Almost. Let me go pee really fast. Tell me when people are on.
Yeah. It says it's waiting for him.
Oh, Tito Ortiz. Ay, ay, ay. Is anybody on here, man? I just had a pee, so I know I'm later than usual. That's because I had to go shopping. I got no friggin' food in this house. I got a whole bunch of people in this house right now, all over there. Are you guys reading the comments? Hello?
Yeah. Yo, King Momo.
All right, you got to tell me. What's going on, guys? I can't see any. They got to tell me who's in here. I see you guys. How you guys doing? What? Let me see a nipple. Valerie, show me a nipple.
No.
So what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? Let me see if I can see names here. Lucia, what's up? Tell me names here. Rishi, T. Bray. Is it Randy Smith? Let's see, Mr. I can't see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to see you guys. Mr. Jason Sean C. Brickquake, is that what this is? I'm so bad, guys. I can't see all these freaking. Lucia, are you here?
Okay, there's a guy.
Okay, my niece is going to read them to me. What's going on?
John, Todd, Joseph.
John, Todd, Joseph. Yeah, we got to say their names.
Yeah,
my nieces are helping me because I can't read this shit.
Sean C.
Sean C. My other niece that's here, she's hiding. She won't say anything.
Randy Smith.
But Amanda Sacramento, Mandy Sachs, just asked me about her because we all grew up together. They grew up here. I used to have a crush on her mother in high school. Her mother was hot. If you watched WWE, she grew up the road here. My niece is over there. She's sitting over there. She won't say hi, but she's a fitness. Was that fitness, figure, or bodybuilding you competed in? Bikini. Sorry, it was bikini. She competed bikini, and Amanda was asking me, so what's going on with your niece? She's still competing. Anyway, straight out of, wait. Thank you so much, my brother. Straight out of, it's Joe. Jesus Christ. Joe, you didn't have to do that. Joe, guys, tomorrow, Joe and I are going to be doing some really cool shit. By the way, you guys, Joe was here. Joe was talking to Mandy, Amanda Sacramento, Mandy Sachs, or whatever she calls herself. And Joe knows. Joe's seen her mother. I sent her pictures of because I went to high school with her mother and stuff, and I know Mandy when she was young. But Joe was at my house, and we got some good shit to tell you guys and show you guys. It's going to be a little crazy tomorrow. So don't forget, straight out of Jersey tomorrow. Lou, I'm over here reading this. I didn't even realize that's Joe. So girls, guys, start reading me. I got 3 girls here.
Okay, Mike Smith says you're the man, Greg.
Thank you, Mike Smith. Start reading some of these comments here to me. I can't see shit. Somebody named OK or CK. Greg, hope your health is better from Melbourne. CK, thank you from Melbourne. Thank you so much. Yes, I am doing a lot better. You know, thanks to all the supplements I'm taking, the nasty, rotten fucking food I'm eating,
on there,
and a little shot of the babanya.
CK said, yo, Greg, hope your health and training is
Yes,
on track.
I just read that off.
Morella
said hi. Morella's in house. Morella, I just ate some of that skinny pasta, by the way. Not bad. I had my nieces eat it. Of course, they bitched. It's like a little chewy, and it's a little bit, it's like the shiitake stuff. But yeah, I think it's great. But anyway, all right, keep reading these things here.
What up,
quick
Greg?
things, great.
Roger from
Thank you, John.
Cincinnati. Remember, health is wealth, bro.
Roger from Cincinnati, thank you. I appreciate it. I got a lot of good shit coming. I'm waiting to get the thing from the movie that I'm doing, the okay that I can tell you guys. You guys are going to love it. Okay, it's about somebody you guys all love. It's not about me, but I'm going to be doing a narrating. They're supposed to be sending it to me any day now. So once I get it, I'll be able to release what it's about, And it is a Generation Iron movie. I'll give you that. Okay. And it's a big one. It's like the one that they did with C.T. Fletcher, who's my boy. And it's going to be in a movie theater movie. Like, it's a big movie. So I can't tell you what it's about yet until they tell me that I can open my big mouth, because I open my big mouth too much. But I'm going to be doing a narrating, just like I did with the Schwarzenegger and Hogan, you know.
Harry Nutt said, Greg, what's up, bro? Love
Harry
you.
Nutt, how you doing, my brother? I like when you're hairy nuts, but what are you doing? How you doing, Harry?
Christina.
Love.
I want to be your princess.
Who?
Christina Love says, I love Greg Valentino.
Yeah, no,
I want to be your
that can't be a
princess.
real girl. Christina, thank you. God bless you. If you're a real girl, I love you. But girls hate me. Look what I look like. I look like Uncle Fester on steroids. You know, I'm ugly. At least I admit it, though. Most of these guys are ugly too. They don't admit that shit. Even though I get confused for Brad Pitt all the time. I'm kidding. So, all right, read me these comments. I can't see what
They're
these
coming in. Dan said, Greg, I'm with you on the Tyson fight.
Oh, okay. Well, Dan, thank you, Dan. And you said with me on the Tyson fight. Yes, I like Mike Tyson. I want to see Mike Tyson win. I actually like. If Jake Paul wasn't fighting Mike Tyson, I root for Jake Paul. I like him. He's a showman. That's all.
Someone said, Greg, 20 years ago, you gave me a shout out in your MD column while I was incarcerated. I never forgot that. That meant a lot to me. Thanks again.
What's his name? Who just said that?
Kuchulain, 1967.
Kuchulain, 1967. Is that how you say him? God bless you. If that's telling me the name that you really used, I might remember, because I remember shouting out to a lot of guys. And a lot of the guys, I still remember them. But I knew that, because I was once locked up too. So I get it when you're sitting there in that shithole with all these other demons around you, you know what I mean? And, nobody ever did anything wrong. When I was locked up, I was the only guy in jail going, dude, I'm the biggest fucking asshole. I fucked up. Oh, my God, did I fuck up? And everybody else was like, I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, it's my friend ratted. And I'm like, dude, he ratted because you gave him the cheese to rat.
Oh, my gosh. Thoughts on
God bless you, though, Julian. God bless you, because I'm glad that, thank you. It's my honor to shout out to you in that magazine, because anybody who was locked up and down on their luck, even guys in the Army, I always like to give them a shout out, because I know. So God bless you. I'm glad you're here, my brother. Thank you.
Thoughts on the Kate Middleton hoax?
Who wrote that? Who asked me?
John Mancini.
John, how you doing? John Mancini's my boy. John, I just started following you back, by the way, on Instagram. I don't know if you saw that. But my thoughts on the Kate Middleton thing, that I saved After Hours, because Dave wanted to just sit and talk. Before After Hours starts, we sit and we discuss kind of what we might be talking about. And sometimes Dave will send us like little video clips for us to watch so we can give my opinion. And I got to tell you, man, who cares? Do we really care? Kate Middleton's fine. She's not sick or dying, or she's not dead. Dave loves those conspiracies. Like, to him, like Rich Piana was murdered. Everybody, all these guys were murdered, and this. None of that's true. You know what I'm saying? Even Leo Rex, I don't believe any of that. I just talked to Leo Rex like literally 2 weeks before. I had to calm him down because he wanted to kill John Romano. But
Natalia's asking, how's Mr. G doing? We miss him, Natalia.
Natalia's asking, how's Mr. G? Mr. G is great. Mr. G is the best. He might even wind up coming on here if he's awake and sees this. Mr. G's the best.
Harry
He's not too happy. He's not too happy with a few of the guys. You know what I'm talking about? John. But he's not too happy with those two, because of what they said. So, that's why you haven't seen him on. But Mr. G is great. He's a good man. Let me tell you something. He's inspiring to me.
Somebody with the name Harry Nutt.
Yeah, Harry Nutt.
Harry Nutt.
Matt, the manager who works for Jay Cutler, said he would love to have you on their podcast if you come to Vegas. Just an FYI.
Oh, okay.
I'll go
Well,
to Vegas.
I don't know if I'm going to Vegas anytime soon. I'm a broke ass, and you got old to friggin' bet. First of all, I got to tell you, I don't know if you guys remember a female fitness champion. She was a good friend of mine. Her married name was Kim Klein. Okay, I don't know if you remember Kim Scheidler, and it was her maiden name. But her husband Rob Klein, he gave me like all these like fucking tokens to like use in Vegas. We were out in Vegas at the Mr. Olympia, so I used all the tokens. I lost them all. I think it was like $200 worth. I lost them all in 30 seconds. I had no idea what I was doing, dude. I'm bad luck. The number could be from 1 to 2. I'll pick the wrong one out of 1 and 2. So anyway, so go ahead. What else we got here?
John Marino, Greg, any meet and greet soon?
John Marino wants to know if I have any meet and greet soon. Not that I know of. I mean, I get asked all the time. I'm just like right now, I'm like a sloth. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking leave the house. Only because also, you know, I still got to get the operation. So I got to go. Actually, we're going to call tomorrow. I got to get scanned. By the get that stupid, whatever you call that thing out of me. What is it? The gallbladder shit.
Christina Love said, I love Greg's muscular appearance. As a handsome hero, please be my friend.
Christina, you're full of shit now. I'm handsome. Even my girlfriend, Lucia, am I ugly or not? She just went like this. See? Yes. So, but I appreciate that, Christina, even though I really think you're a guy saying this shit.
What's your favorite cereal?
What's my favorite cereal? I don't eat cereal. When I was a kid, maybe not Fruit Loops. What do you call that shit? Fruity Pebbles. When I was a kid.
That's a good question. Will you have a picture of you 6 months into the babanya?
Well, I have a picture of me in 6 months.
Bruno.
You know what it is? I'm taking only testosterone replacement therapy. It does nothing for me physique-wise because I'm so deficient, you know, from fucking loading myself with so much testosterone. It's not funny. Like I abuse the shit, you know? So when I take hormone replacement TRT, which it's a doctor. I do it with a doctor. It's a female doctor, by the way, too, which is, you know, great because, you know, a lot of them hate men, so they wanted you to take estrogen. But regardless, she has me on testosterone. She has me on 200 milligrams. Now I do it every 10 days. And I love it. As a matter of fact, I'm doing it right now every week. Don't tell her. Because I want to get, you know, because of the illness. But I'll go back to 10 days in another week or two just to get the body booming. So I'm going to do it after the show tonight. How about that? Because I did it after the show last week. And you're not going to see like a difference really in a physique as much. It doesn't change my physique. It changes me inside the brain. It, you know, makes the Pichuli God fucking, you know what I mean? It does that, you know, the joints don't hurt as much and I feel stronger and better because after losing all that weight, I feel like dog shit. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, 5 pounds of shit in a 3-pound bag. So that helps me feel better. It also feeds the male brain. Testosterone feeds the male brain, increases the feeling of well-being. And that's, you know, I won't do anything that's going to make me like jacked. I respond like Dave Palumbo, bro. I respond very easily. It'd be nothing for me to be like 230, 240, 250 again. But I'm fucking going to be 64 years old. And I don't need to fucking drop dead of a heart attack or make myself so fucking heavy that I can't breathe, you know, because, you know, that's not what I want. I want to be more diesel. So.
Did Arnold shake hands with the general to make money back in the day?
Did Arnold shake hands with the general?
Rosie.
Who asked that?
Rosie.
Rosie?
That's what it says.
Okay, Rosie. Did Arnold shake hands with the general? I don't think he did. But he was around them and he worked them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I know stories. You know, you can never say, I know stories from really reliable sources, but that doesn't mean they're true. You know what I'm saying? I've heard all kinds of stuff about Arnold. I know he did, you know, the gay for pay, a lot of those guys, they don't fuck or do anything sexually. They'll pose while gay men sit there, snort coke and jerk off. That's really what gay for pay is. You know what I mean? I did that one thing where I blew darts in that fucking guy's ass. I told that story. You can go on Generation Iron, read that, you know, the Dungeon Master, or whatever they called it, where Andrew Crispo, who was, you know, paid me with a fucking check too. But, you know, where I blew the darts, they don't really do sex. You know, I did it with my partner, Paul, who owned my gym. So, you know, like a lot of guys do shit like that. Like I think Arnold used to pose. Plus, Arnold was almost like an escort. You know how like high-end female escorts, they go to dinner, like some congressman will take her to dinner with her on his arm and shit, you know, because his wife looks like a man, like an old, you know, just short gray hair. So now he's with this hot blonde and stuff, and they go to dinner. He did escort, like that kind of stuff is what I hear that he did. But I don't believe he did the actual homosexual acts. Could be wrong, you know. According to my girlfriend, I'm always wrong. But that's what I believe, you know. I know Arnold personally very well. You know, and I know all his friends and the guys who know him forever. And they tell me, you know, he was around the gays, that's all it was. So
Yeah, Natalia says, why are the guys on After Hours so hard on Jimmy also?
Why are the guys on After Natalia asked why?
Oh, Jimmy the Bull.
Jimmy the Bull she's talking about. Jimmy and I are really good friends since 1991. That's a long time ago. We go out to dinner and Jimmy's a good guy, man. It's all fun and games, ball breaking, but sometimes they cross the line. Like Dave and John love Jimmy, and they really do love Mr. G, but sometimes they cross the line and say things. Nobody says that about them because they won't be able to take it. But if you say, they can dish it, but they can't take it. The problem is Jimmy sometimes gets pissed, and if you get him really pissed, let me tell you something. I seen Jimmy kick a 7-foot ceiling, kick it. Because, nobody knows this, but Jimmy's also a martial artist.
Guapo del Norte?
Hey,
your daughter's calling you.
Tell her I'm on a thing.
Hey, do
I'll
you
call her
have
when
a
I'm
set date and time when you do these live Q&As?
Oh, hey, how do you say his name? Guado del Norte?
Guado del Norte.
Del Norte. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. I try to do them. Look, I'm going to do with Joe Zapata tomorrow at Jersey Joe. Wait, straight out of Jersey, Joe Zapata, that channel. So we're going to do it tomorrow, 8 o'clock. We're going to tell some funky stories, shit that he's seen me do and everything. But I do this mostly. I'm going to try to do this 8 o'clock every Wednesday. I had to do something today. That's why I just got home. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm late. I usually do this at 8, not 9. So usually at 8. But, you guys can ask me anything. I don't give a shit. Ask personal shit,
Davis said, I knew you would come out of surgery. Okay, Greg, I told you our God and angel in heaven protected you.
Thank you. So who said that? Davis?
Davis.
Marrero, is that it? Davis, thank you so much. And yes, I'm definitely a spiritual person. Here's I wear rosary beads. Always have them.
Did you answer to that person, Guapo del Norte?
Yes.
That's actually a Spanish. That means like the handsome of the north.
Okay. Yeah, so Davis, thank you so much. Yes, and I do believe God. I'm telling you, I tell everybody, some of you guys don't believe in God, whatever. That's your business. I can't argue that. It's like, trying to argue somebody who hates Donald Trump trying to say, no, Joe Biden's, fucking killing this country. They're like, no, I have friends that will tell you, no, are you kidding me? We're doing great. I'm not even going to get into that. But I can tell you this. I had throat cancer, and they had the pipes down my throat where I couldn't breathe, and I was tied down. I told this story before. Some of you haven't heard it, so relax, the few of you that have. I was tied down. And I could, Winmore. Was that Winmore? I can't see. Winmore. How you doing, my brother? The video.
Windward, the vid you did on grief years ago saved my life.
Thank you, Winmore. I do. I remember you, and I remember the wife thing. I remember you very well, Winmore. Thank you. It was my honor to do that for you. But I want you guys to know, this is a true story. I was tied down, couldn't move, and they were almost laughing at me in the hospital. Like I kept telling I told you the nurse looked like Mrs. Clump, and I kept pointing like this with my finger. And she's like, I know you want the tubes out of your throat, but we can't do that. And she'd be humming. Well, she was working on me, And I'm like, this is torture. And I knew I could breathe. So I'm looking at the clock. There's a clock right there. And I'm looking at a clock. And I said a bunch of Hail Marys. Okay, whether you believe in that or not, that's your business. I'm not going to argue with you about that. But I said a bunch of Hail Marys. And I said, Mary, Mother of God and Jesus, please help me out of this because they're going to kill me. And I believed that they were going to kill me because I would have died. I was in there. I did not have COVID, but, they had to put anybody who had, even if you picked your nose and ate it, you're sick, you got to put pipes down your throat. So I'm laying there, and all of a sudden, when I asked God to help me, I started choking, right, on the pipes because I guess I was moving around, and I started choking. And next thing you know, I went like this because I thought I was going to throw up. And when I went like that, I was off the bed. I didn't purposely go boom like this and boom like this like Hercules and snap the ropes that they had me tied down. I must have done it. I don't even know I did it. I just know that I went, sat up, and next thing I know, holy shit, I'm off the bed. And I realized at that time, oh shit, the pipes are still in my throat. So I quickly started pulling them out, and I threw them on the ground. And they were like, no, no. And I'm like, I could fucking breathe. I could fucking breathe. And I go, look at me. Don't you put them fucking things down my throat again. I was freaking.
Life in Louisville said
$20.
Greg, my family and I love you, brother. Josh, your biggest fan.
Josh, Life in Louisville. Thank you so much. God bless you, man. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Mr. G has a heart of gold. He's treated like shit on the show outside of selling wolf tickets and ragging on each
Who said it?
Harry Nutt.
Oh, Harry Nutt. I'll get you in 1 second. Thank you, my brother.
Andrew's making me leave.
Thank you so much, Josh in Louisville. Thank you. God bless you and your family. My nieces are going. All right, I'll see you guys.
Bye. Have fun.
Bye. All right, thank you. Anyway, so that's the true story, and it got me off that bed. And I don't care what anybody says. I prayed, and that shit happened. And you cannot tell me that wasn't from It was just too ironic the way it all happened. And from there, they would have killed me. But yes, John. Yes, Harry. George is not treated well on there, and he. I don't even like when you. Look, I love Dave and John. We're all really good friends, and John and Dave are really good friends with Mr. G. And they mean well, but they're not doing it right. You can't, if you don't like something about somebody, you don't do it out in public. You say to him, "Hey, George, I maybe shouldn't make 2 cookies. You should only concentrate on one." That's what John's always done. John will always, but you keep, here he is, doing this and doing it. You shouldn't do that, If you were in the mafia, you get killed for doing that. You get whacked. You never sit with your own crew and start running, you're a fucking idiot, whatever. You'd get killed, so.
1734 from Australia, Melbourne, Australia, sends you a shout out.
1784 of Melbourne, Australia. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Melbourne.
734, Jason.
Oh, 734, Jason. I'm sorry, Jason.
John Mancini says, I feel really bad for George.
Yeah, I know you guys feel bad for George. George is okay. George, believe me.
I think this is the second time this person is asking if you were ever in fights when you were in prison.
No fights in jail. Where I was, you were getting a fight, you're done. You'd be in a hole. Forget about it. No fights. I was only in the county jail. I wasn't in state prison. I wasn't arrested by feds. Like most guys, when you see they get arrested, they're arrested by feds and this and that. I wasn't even arrested, but I was more or less the state, but I was arrested by the county. Judge Janine Pirro on Fox News, who, by the way, I'm actually in good with now. But Judge Janine arrested me. She had a task force, and her task force arrested me, and she personally arrested me. There's a video of her talking about me. I can't post it. Every time I try to post it on YouTube, they put the kibosh to it. I might have Johnny Bravo do it for me. But getting back, let me tell you something about George, okay? George could fucking take all those guys on at one time. Trust me. You have no idea. We're all friends. It's just that I think it's all interpretation. They mock, they break his balls, but you can only break a guy's balls so much until, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like what they did to Big Rob was terrible, because that was really bad. You know what I mean? Because you asked the guy to be on the fucking show, and then all you do is pick on him and fucking mock him and make jokes. See, I don't go for that. They know that. I won't. I voice my opinion. Just like when they mock Steve Blackman, you're not going to get me to talk bad about Steve Blackman. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean?
Neil asked, how did Mike Menser really train?
Neil's asking how Mike Menser really trained. He really trained. He did heavy duty. I mean, I knew Mike very well. Mike has been in my gym with my friend. My friend brought him in there, which I knew him from Gold, but I knew Ray a little bit better. But I knew Mike very well, but Ray I knew really well. Both were nuts. Both had a drinking problem. Both smoked cigarettes like fiends. Both were like lunatics in the brain. Mike trained basically when you would do a set, you do it to fit Arthur Jones type shit. You do a set, not only to failure, to momentary failure, like you can't move. All right. In other words, one set could last 5 minutes. Even Dorian used to do shit like that. Okay. 1 second. It's not even fun training. If I had to train like that, I wouldn't train. I can't, where you're about to vomit every time you do a body part. That's not fun. Not for me anyway. Because I did that type of workout. The first gym I ever trained at was a Nautilus Fitness Center. This is 1975, I think. I was already bodybuilding. I was already jacked. You see pictures of me at 15. I was go on the internet. Look at me at 15. All right, I was already jacked. And that's with just plastic weights at the house. And Joe Zapata tomorrow when he's on the show will show you. I still have the same bench. All the pads ripped off.
Tony the man asked, what age did you start working out?
I started working. Tony the man asked what age I started. I started like basically 12, 13, like that. I started doing shit when I was 12, a lot of isometrics and other bullshit. And then I started, with the plastic weights, basically 13-ish, like that. But here's the thing. The first gym I ever trained at was a Nautilus Center. It was owned by a guy named Bob Bath, who was a disciple of Arthur Jones. Arthur Jones taught him, he was trained by Arthur Jones, one of the first guys he trained. And Bob Bath used to make you do, excuse me, COVID. He used to make you do, Corona. But, he used to make you do one set on each machine. So you had to go down the line like this, right? You do one set on each machine, and bro, he would put you through that set, and he would kill you. I mean, absolutely, kid. One set would take 5 minutes. It'd be unbelievable. You have no idea how horrible that was. I used to do it. I mean, I didn't know any better, you know? And then I'd want to do extra sets. And then he'd be like, oh, no, you can't do that. That's overtraining.
Adam McNeil
Oh, I don't like that kind of training. But that's the way my mentor trained. What?
Adam McNeil asked, what was you like in high school?
Adam McNeil asked, what was I like in high school? Well, I was just talking about Mandy Sachs. You know, her mother went to high school with me, and I had a crush on her mother and her uncles, who I really wasn't really crazy about. But, you know, we all went to school together. I was the way I am now. I was nuts. Listen, what guy? I worked at a strip club as a senior in high school. The drinking age was 18. I worked the door, okay? I was a doorman, bouncer doorman at a place called the Lake Lounge. And I took one of those strippers to my senior prom. Got the pictures, got everything, you know. I had wild curly hair. But what I used to do was when I would compete or do bodybuilding shit, I would slick it. And then I'd have like a little rat tail pony like in the back. Because that was the style at that time. You know, it was 1979 going into, you know, like that. You know, because in high school, I was in high school. Actually, it was in high school in 74. But I know I'm fucking old. But I was pretty much the same way. I was a little bit of a wacko. I never went to class. You know, we used to get in fights, the whole bit. The same shit the way I am now. But, you know, I used to work in a strip club. Who did that? And you name another guy who was high school, who worked in a strip club at night, went to high school during the day, and then took a girl to a stripper, a topless dancer, took her to his senior prom. And my friend, he died a while ago. That's the guy I bled on. I tell the story about me with the bad bloody nose and with his coughing and shit. My friend Joe. So yeah, we went together, and he took his bus driver. School bus driver. She was 25. She was cute. So he took a school bus driver, and I took a stripper, and we were like the talk of the prom. You know what I mean?
Is Chris Bell new, bigger, stronger, faster documentary coming out soon?
Somebody, John Mancini. John Mancini asked, was Chris Bell? Look at somebody that's questions here. Guys, I'm sorry. If she misses a question, just keep repeating it. John Mancini asked Chris Bell. I hear Chris Bell's making a new one. He hasn't contacted me yet. He needs to contact me because not for nothing. Hello. You know what I mean? My part in that movie was pretty popular, to say the least. And, you know, it's supposed to be basically, you know, bigger, stronger, better. Is this what I hear? You know, so I don't know. I don't know if he's going to put me in the movie, but if he doesn't, he doesn't. There's nothing I could do. I don't know why. We have a great relationship. You know what I mean? But, you know, my shit was, you know, people going to want to know, is Valentino bigger, stronger, and better? I should be bigger, stronger, uglier. Actually, smaller, weaker, and uglier. That would be me.
They're asking if you can tell the chlamydia story, Santiago Fabiano.
Which one? Who asked that? Santiago Fabiano? Yeah. What does it say? Can you tell the what? Chlamydia story. Oh my God! I've had gonorrhea. I've had a whole bunch of different things. I was just talking to my nieces, right, Lucia? We were just talking about me getting crabs when I was younger. I don't know which story you want to hear. You talking about the gonorrhea one? Which one are you talking about? I had gonorrhea where it was so bad. I actually had blood coming out of the hole of my dick with pus, was not a nice thing. I was only a teenager at the time. And that's from working at the strip club and fucking one of them nasty, greasy boxes that I was fucking. Anyway, so I remember my mother was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why do you have blood spots on your underwears? And I was like, oh, you don't even want to know. And I went to visit my friend up at college, and I had to go to the hospital because it was so bad. You couldn't even have the pants just lightly touching your piece of legad there. You want to go to the ceiling. It was that bad. And they stuck a thing down the hole of my fucking piece of legad and went down there like a plumber, clean that shit out. And I had to take ampicillin. And they gave me 9 of them, a shot, all this other shit. And man, that was bad.
The Homeless Project, the story when your dad said that you should.
Herpes, all that shit. Homeless Project.
The story when your dad.
Oh, I told you guys that story with the girl, the Homeless Project saying, you guys want to hear the same shit over? You know, her name was Nubia. And she was not the girl that gave me this is the John. Who's asked me that? John Mancini.
Asking you what?
Who asked me that about the girl with the?
That was the homeless project.
Oh, the homeless project. Yes. Yeah, it's a girl. My friends all knew her. Box stunk really bad, and she liked bodybuilders. So my friends fucking got her to get in my car because I was still in the club with another girl. And then when I came out, my friends are funny. She's like, I need a ride home. Nobody can take me. I'm like, oh my God, no way. Now I knew her from being with my friends. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh no. You know what I mean? I don't feel like going to White Plains. I'd drive her down to White Plains. So I'm driving and she starts rubbing my Pisha Ligad, and I'm fucking like 18, 19. And so I'm like, okay. And she wants to fuck, she's like, let me suck your dick, this, that, that. And I'm like, oh no. Because I knew she used a stink pot down there. You know what I mean? It was, she smelled like low tide. And I'm like, oh God, no, am I really going to do this? So I pulled in Purchase Community. If any of you guys live around the New York area, Purchase Community College, I pulled in their parking lot. And I had a 65 Mustang, so I put the seat back like this, and we went to town. And I remember, oh my God, did that stink. It was almost like I don't know, if you were gutting, you ever gutted? Like I was around my friend who gutted an animal. I forgot what, hunting. I forgot what it was. It might have been a squirrel, something small. A rabbit, and he gutted it, and it had shit in it to fucking stink. When he went in the ass, I was like, that's what that shit stunk like. And then she got, I was like screwing her, and I was like, please God, make me come so I could, just so I can stop. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to stop. And then when I finally I spakimed, I was like, okay, thank God, and she was like, oh, I want to keep going. And I'm like, yeah, look, my dick's dead. I just spakimed, and she's like, okay. Wait, hold on a second. She got out of the car and she said, I take a piss. So she starts peeing right in front of me, and I heard her, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this is real sexy. And she's fat too. It's the first time I ever fucked a fat girl. And I'm like, oh, and then she goes to me, my father goes to work at like 8. We could just hang out in the parking lot of where, her apartment building. And I'm like, oh no, I got to go to here. I made up some bullshit story. And then when I get home, my father's going to work, and I'm like an 18-year-old kid now, and my father's like looking at me, and he goes, Jesus Christ. He goes, did you shit your pants? And I said, no. He goes, what is that smell? You stink. And I said, you don't want to know what that smell is, because I had her box juice all over me. It was unbelievable. It was really bad, bro. But I'll never forget. Her name was Nubia. So if you live in the Westchester area and you know a girl named Nubia, and she's fat, and she's probably around close to my age, maybe 60, 61, 62, 63, and she's fat, there's a good chance that was her. Anyway, what else? I'm stupid making names too, because if the fucking person ever finds this out, what? I can't see. She's trying to read here. Let me see here.
Hello, Greg.
Oh shit, that's West Coast Johnny, isn't it?
Says,
oh, my boy West Coast Johnny in the house. How you doing? Read it. I can't read what that says.
Hello, Greg. I'm making a video about the 1978 weight belt and you for my YouTube channel.
Oh, Johnny, if you ever need my help with anything, please ask me. You're my boy. West Coast Johnny. Yes. Yeah. So Johnny got a few of the things like from us, I think. Yeah, that's Lucia you get it from, not me. I don't even know what the hell she puts up there. But Johnny, thank you so much. My boy West Coast Johnny, check out his channel because he's got old school bodybuilding stuff on there. You can see he's right here in the gym with West Coast Johnny. Yeah, that's my boy. Johnny, thank you for always supporting me, man. God bless you. He's a good man.
Hey, Greg, my daughter and my daughter love you. Ads. This goes by ads.
Ads. God bless you and your daughter, Ads. I hope she's older because listening to me, I got a bad potty mouth. I'm sorry. So God bless you and your daughter, though. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, I can see there's people writing shit here, Lucia, but you're not.
Hold on, a lot.
Okay, she's trying to read, guys.
Do you still do high volume training?
Yeah, who wrote that?
Brian Champ.
Brian Champ wrote that?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it said something else, like Synthol something or whatever. Yes, I still do. Yes, I'll always do high volume training. I can only train one way. I'm a creature of habit. You want to hear something crazy? In my gym, right? The gym that I owned, okay, where everybody trained. I used to have 3 pairs of each size dumbbell, right? So in other words, let's say 30-pound dumbbells. I had 3 pairs of 30s, 40-pound dumbbells, like that. I remember, what did I used to use 65 for concentration goals. I couldn't do that now if you paid me. So I used to do 65 concentration goals. So I had 3 pairs of 65. So that's 265 10-pound dumbbells here, 265 dumbbells down here, and 265 dumbbells here. And if one guy was in the gym, and let's say he was using pair number 1, right? And in pair number 1, I had those dumbbells marked where my handprint was actually in it, right? If they're all the exact same dumbbells, the exact same make, the exact same weight, but I wanted only that dumbbell, I would say, excuse me, do you mind, could I give you this dumbbell and let me take that one right there? And they'd be like, yeah, but sure, but why? Like, what's the difference? I'd be like, because I can only use that dumbbell. It's like my brain is like fucking weird like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's some sort of OCD or whatever. But so the answer to that is, if I must do high volume, I cannot do anything else. And I've never gone in a gym in my life and said, you know what, I'm just going to take it easy today. I'm just going to go through the motions, just do a little pumping. It's either all or nothing. And I never miss workouts. She will tell you right there, Satan, she'll tell you I don't miss workouts. So when I go to the gym, it's all or nothing. Okay. Even sick like this and shit, I will do what I need to do. And I do not fuck around. If I'm supposed to do 100 sets and I do 99, I can't even look at myself in the mirror. So I will do that 100th, even if it kills me, because I know I won't be able to live with myself. That's just the way I am.
There's 2 things here.
Go ahead. What?
It says,
you say the names.
Bite Line from the UK, Bite Line.
Bite Line, okay.
He says he's been watching you since 16, and now he's almost 24.
Thank you, Bite Line. I really appreciate that.
Then this other one. Alex,
God bless you. Thank you, Bite Line.
Alex Camera Fly had asked about weed in the bodybuilding, to talk about weed in bodybuilding.
Alex, what?
Alex Camera Fly?
Alex Camera Fly or whatever. Okay, weed in bodybuilding. I see Winmore is asking me something here. Find out what that is. Yeah, Alex, you're talking to a guy. First of all, my daughter fights MMA, and she's a fucking pot smoker. Like she could have Snoop Dogg go, master. My daughter's like a lot with that shit. I have never smoked pot in my life. Now, I don't like it. So you're talking to the wrong guy. Like, does it affect bodybuilding? There are people who believe that certain bodybuilders never got to where they could have been if they didn't smoke. I don't know. I do know guys that smoke a lot of marijuana that are jacked, super jacked, have even almost won the Mr. Olympia. It doesn't, I don't like it, but listen, I wish my daughter smokes cigarettes too, which is really fucking crazy. She's exactly like fucking a female version of Nate Diaz. She thinks she can kick everybody's ass and everything else. Guys, girls, shit doesn't matter to her. But she loves that marijuana shit, I'd rather her just smoke marijuana than smoke cigarettes because it's worse. But I don't know. See, I don't even know about that. It fucks up the brain. Listen, if you smoke marijuana because it makes you feel good or feel better, if you do something, alters your, to cabezo, that means that there's a potential for something, like it controls your brain. I don't like anything that controls my brain. That's it,
Adam McNeil says that I found some back issues of MD on eBay. What years were you with them?
I was with MD from 2000 to 2000, the end of 2015. I was there 15 years. So, I should be you got to look Rambling Freak. What did Winmore ask me? I know he asked me something else. What does that say?
I don't know.
I like the video you did of your friends
smelling some girl's shoes, only to find out later that it was trans dude's high heels.
Oh yeah. It wasn't just the heels. He's talking about the Generation Iron, the one with Big Chris, where we went to that guy's house. Yes, you're talking. Thank you, Winmore. Yes, that's the one from Generation Iron. We had the panties and everything. That's my boy, Big Chris from Brooklyn. You know who it is, Chris Essel. I just said his full name, Chris from Brooklyn. Yeah, thank you, Winmore. That was crazy. There was a wise guy's brother, but nobody knew. It looked like a girl. Wait a minute. What else here? I saw something else. Right, I found back issues. Okay. Any Lila Alzado stories? I used to see Lila Alzado in the gym. I don't really know. The only story I know was when I was there. This is when I was there. He had gone away on like a vacation or something. He was away from home, and he let the Barbarian Brothers house sit. And those fucking guys didn't even have cars at the time. I used to drive the Barbarian Brothers home because they didn't have rides. They were like fucking crazy. They were making money and they didn't even have cars. They were nuts. Anyway, but I was there when he came back home, Alzado. He came home and they had parties and fucking like all kinds of crazy orgies, like nutty crap going on at the house. And they wrecked his house. And he came in the gym looking for him because he was going to kill them both, even though he was friends with them before this, but now they pissed him off. And I was there when Grimkowski, Paul Grimkowski and Pete Grimkowski both came over to the Barbarian Brothers. They're like, listen, you know what? You need to take a break from this gym. You're going to have to go train at Worlds, go train somewhere else for like a month or two till this shit calms down. Because if Lyle catches you guys in this gym, I'm not going to have him wrecking the gym and you guys fucking going fighting and going crazy. Because they couldn't fight. Alzado would have freaking destroyed them. You know what I mean? And they knew it too. But I was standing right there, you know, because actually I was going to drive one of them home. The other one was going to stay, and I was waiting for it. I don't remember which one it was. You're talking, this is 1981. But one of them, I think it was Peter, the one that's still alive. I think he's the one that I had to drive home. I could be wrong. Whatever. And the other one was staying. And that's why I was waiting. And that's when Gronkowski came over and said, listen, you two fucking idiots, you got to stop. I want you out of here. Because he was afraid, because Alzado, I think, called him up and said, I'm coming down that fucking gym, and I'm going to take both of those two motherfuckers, and I'm going to kill them right in the fucking gym. And that's why Gronkowski came running over. He's like, look, you, both of you got to get the fuck out of here. So, but I drove Peter that time. David didn't go. He stayed there. But there was, I think they talked more. I think he went with Ed Connors and started talking with him. But there was trouble.
Jim Splitter sent you $5 and he's asking your thoughts.
Oh, Jim, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Your thoughts on Kratom as a pre-workout.
Kratom. My girlfriend's like, your thoughts on Kratom. Jim wants to know my thoughts on Kratom. See, now, Jim, I know that Kratom's supposed to help, like, you know, help you get over opiates. It hits the same receptor site and everything. But when you talk to people, you know, like Armand and people like that who I respect and love, a lot of those guys will tell you, though, that shit can be addictive, too. Okay? And, you know, that I don't like a drug to get you off another drug. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, because you're asking about a pre-workout as a pre-workout. I don't know. I don't like anything that it's. I know Larry likes that stuff, and they have like different ones that can make you amped, other ones that make you tired. I'd rather just use a regular pre-workout. You know what I mean? What's gotten bodybuilders through for all these years. I don't really know, Jim. I don't want to bullshit you. So my opinion on this really may not carry too much water, because I've never done it, and I don't really know enough about it. The little I know comes from like Armand, Larry, you know, the guys on After Hours. I don't know enough about it to say yay and nay, but I do know that like guys that I know that all did it say that it can be addictive, and most of them do it. And not because they use it as a pre-workout. A lot of them do it to get themselves off of like opiates and other shit. But again, I could be wrong, James, I'm sorry. I could be wrong, okay? I wouldn't recommend that shit. I'm just a basic kind of guy. I like a little ephedrine. I've said to you guys before, I've taken a crumb of Adderall if I really needed to like focus. If I ran out of ephedrine. When ephedrine's in the room, that's my girl. Love ephedrine. But I don't use a lot. I showed you. I put the box in the room, but I showed you guys a week or two ago. You can watch that show. I hold up the thing. I even showed Dave Plumbo. There's 2 pills. Is equal 2 pills of ephedrine, of Primatine. Don't get that other shit. What the hell's the name of it? The blue one and blue and white one. Don't get that. That's ephedrine sulfate. Bronchate. Don't get bronchate. That's ephedrine sulfate. It's not the same. You want Primatine. And 2 pills, are equal to really 1 dosage, which is 25 milligrams of pure, no guanfacine, galfedrine, or whatever you call it. None of that shit in there. It's just pure ephedrine. But they break it up. So you got one tablet, two tablets together. One tablet's 12.5, the other's 12.5. Two together are equal to 25 milligrams. I take a half of one of them. So I'm taking half of a 12.5. So what's that? Maybe 7 milligrams or 6 milligrams or whatever the fuck I'm getting out of that,
This person access
So-
me.
Wait a minute. So that's what I do. That's if I don't do that all the time. Only if I'm really, hold on one second, Lou. Only if I'm really, really shot. Otherwise, I just take a regular pre-workout or a Bang. I drink a couple, but I take sips as I need it. If you drink the whole fucking thing, we just talked about this on After Hours, even Dave Palumbo, and he even said, Gregg's right. You take a little bit as needed, a little bit as you need it. Then maybe, if you're going through the workout and you start feeling a little down, you could take another little two sips, 3 sips the most. That's it, sips, okay? I would never drink a whole fucking Bang. No way. All right? It's better to, bring yourself up and to just stay up like this. You don't go all the way up. I don't want to be into the moon. You know what I mean? I want to soar like an eagle. I don't want to fucking be up in the moon. You know what I mean? Because then you can't come down, and then it's too much, and your heart starts racing, and you can't think straight, and you start sweating, and then it fucks your workout up. Don't watch these guys that take the whole scoop of powder, throw it down their throat. That's a Momo move. You know what I mean? And then you adapt to that. So now all of a sudden one fucking thing is no good. You need 2 of them, and then 3 of them. And then your heart's racing like a motherfucker, and it's no good. So there's my answer. I know that I just spun from Kratom to that. But I'm saying I don't like the idea of Kratom as a pre-workout.
Rambling Freak, which Ab says, me and Evan Sanapani worked at GNC in Trumbull, Connecticut in the late 90s together, and we would read the Rambling Freak while we worked.
Who is this now? Who said this?
Abs.
Abs?
Abs.
Okay, Abs. Yes, Evan Sanapani is one of my boys. I love Evan. He's a good boy. And I'm glad you guys like the Rambling Freak. I loved writing. Guys, I still write the Rambling Freak. I still do that. Just make money doing it. I mean, still same shit. It's just I work for Joe Pietaro now. Okay, for forever, since I left MD. I've been doing it for Joe Pietaro and his magazine, Muscle Sport Mag, but it's called Talking Smack. So it's the same thing as Rambling Freak, crazy stories, shit about girlfriends and my girlfriend here and about her mother and all that, all crazy shit in that magazine. Okay, in Muscle Sport Mag. Okay, it's the last of the hardcore bodybuilding magazines. Jerry Ward was writing for them before he died. Boston Lloyd was writing for him before he died. Rich Piana was writing for him before he died. I don't like that whole fucking that lineup like that. Well, I hope to stay here. So, but we all write for that. Even that kid, Musclehead, Meathead, or whatever, who was friends with he's Tyler or something like that, who's friends with Boston Lloyd. He writes for that magazine. I guess from jail. So we're all, that column is still there. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me, Abs.
Somebody asked Greg, what's the purpose of creatine?
What's the purpose of creatine? Creatine to me is like a cell volumizer. It just kind of makes I feel like makes your cells, it makes your muscles more full. You know what I mean? I don't think you need creatine though. You know what I mean? Eat a lot of meats and creatine's in red meat. But I mean, I'm not really a big supplement guy for that, for muscle building. I'm more of a supplement guy. I take a lot of supplements, but for me, it's about my anti-aging supplements and stuff to help your organs, your liver stuff, kidney stuff, shit like that. I mean, creatine's good. I've used it when I first took it. Remember, I coined the phrase the creatine blast. You know what I mean? Because as soon as you take that shit, you're fucking shooting like coffee out of your ass. You know what I mean? Like pissing out of your ass. It's to get that diarrhea. But it's supposed to be more like a cell volumizer where, the creatine uptake makes your muscles and it brings the sugars into the muscle as well. It's fuller, but that doesn't mean you're growing new muscle, That's my opinion.
Kevin Peralta asked, how much babanya is too much babanya?
Oh, Kevin Peralta wants to know how much babanya is too much babanya. For me, there was never enough. Don't do what I did. I mean, it depends. Kevin, you're asking me a loaded question, okay? And when the babanya is a broad spectrum. When I call it my phrase here, the babanya. When I call it that, I mean like steroids, you know what I mean, in general. So how much is too much of what? Too much tren, too much testosterone, obviously, when I was juiced up, I took too much. I took a lot. When I got arrested, man, I was pissing brown. Okay, so that probably saved me. The arrest I'm talking about. So, I mean, if you're talking about, you also have to ask me, like, are you talking about going for a show? Or are you talking about walking around being biggest man on campus, BMOC, the biggest man at the mall, like that kind of shit? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about for bodybuilding? Like, I want to look like fucking, it's a hard thing to say. I mean, testosterone, I mean, you can go up as high as like 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams. But I see you're talking to the wrong guy. I took like 6,000. I'm a hypocrite saying that. I mean, like that would be hypocritical. I just don't. I don't think you should do what I did. Do I regret it? No. But because I got through it. But if I had really bad side effects from it, I'd be like, yes, I regret it. Would I do things differently? I might. Then again, I might not. I really liked it, but it's an individual thing. But if you're doing like just enough to keep yourself like. TRT is perfect because you're not going to get jacked taking TRT. That's like saying if I drink one beer, I'm drunk. I mean, I don't think you're not going to really get jacked. I don't see any difference in my physique when I take TRT. Okay, none. What I see the difference in is my attitude, my health, my well-being, the Pichuli God, I'm going to poke the girlfriend with it. All of that shit. That shit feels good. Joints don't ache as much. You don't get the sore wrists, sore knees, sore elbows, but that's just 200 milligrams. You start going up above that, now you'll get more jacked, but then you're going to start dealing with, water retention, bloat, liver, liver toxicity, however you say that word, other things like that. 200 milligrams is fine. I realistically do it 200 milligrams every 10 days. Only the last 2 weeks I've done it. I'm doing it. I did it last week. I'm going to do it this week on Wednesday. After that, and go back to 10 days. Okay, because that's what I'm supposed to do. But I just needed it to get me because I hadn't done anything. And I also was very sick. So I feel like that helped me bounce back a little bit. Just that one shot helped me bounce back. But it's more the feeling of well-being, and you get stronger. You just feel better on it. We're men. It feeds the male brain. You know what I mean? It's really good shit. But that's TRT. If you're talking about just getting jacked, how much is too much? It's a question. It's asking me, you're asking me like it's got to be more specific. How much trend? Okay, well, I don't like that shit trend, but whatever. I hope I'm answering your question. You're asking me a load of. It's like when guys, like somebody last week asked me, how much should I weigh if I'm 6'2", and I got a big frame. How much should I weigh? Oh fuck, you're asking me. What do you mean? Like there's a lot of different factors. There's guys 6'2" that weigh fucking 350 pounds, and there's guys 6'2" who weigh 210. You know what I mean? It depends on your structure, everything else. What's the next question? You're over there.
Asking how much gear is like asking how many drinks can I handle.
Right, exactly. Who wrote that?
Harry Nutt.
Oh, Harry Nutt. Harry Nutt's right. He said asking how much gear is like asking how many drinks can I handle. Each person's different. Everybody's different. Plus, you're asking a broad question. How much food could I eat in a day? I don't know. What kind of food? Are you talking about? Are you eating fats? Are you eating chocolate? Are you going to eat pizza? Or are you eating, are you eating ground beef and fucking egg whites? What are you talking about? I'm not sure. It depends on what you're talking about. There's unlimited, you know what I'm saying? Depends on what you're talking about. You have to be more specific. I'm sorry. I mean, I want to answer your question, but a lot of guys ask me these questions, like, how much should I weigh? Oh, fuck, I don't know. Everybody's different, when you see those famous pictures of me when I was a teenager and I was beating grown-ass men, and then I was natural even into my early 20s and stuff like that. I was natural till I was 35, but whatever. I'm talking about when I was competing. You see those pictures of me, I look fucking super jacked. You see me standing next to guys that are fucking out-muscled them, but I wasn't big. The most I weighed was 154. Yet I look at it's like Frank Zane. He was like 170 something, but he'd stand next to Schwarzenegger and he even beat him in one show at 170 something. You know what I'm saying? Because the look, my waist was 26, but because I have a big back and everything, made me look like holy shit. But it's illusion. Go ahead.
Galen Marek, Greg, any other workout bits you got it Stash the Weight that's not on YouTube yet. I remember watching you train biceps on that curling machine way back when.
Oh God, yes, Gallon Merrick. Okay. Is you saying the names right? I'm repeating what she said.
Gallon Merrick. I don't know. If
How do
you're
you say
saying
it?
right.
Where do you see that name? Because I have a feeling you're not saying it right.
Gallon Merrick. Galen. Merrick. M-A-R-R-I-C.
Okay, Galen Merrick. He wants to know if I have any. Yeah, I do have a lot. I'm gonna go in the gym. You have to understand something. I've been working out a long ass time, since 1972 is when I started. Full-fledged, heavy-duty weights training, crazy training 73, but really 72. Okay, that's why I started working out. I have seen everything. I've been in a gym where Arnold Schwarzenegger's right there. Lou Ferrigno, who doesn't like me. And he's not my favorite person either. Columbo. I mean, all the greatest. They're right there. Oh, there's Arnold right there. Oh, there's the cable rows. You know what I mean? You know the story. I ran up to him when he was doing the cable rows when I first saw him in the gym. I'm going, Arnold, and he goes, don't get so emotional. But whatever. And then I've seen him squat. I've seen him do everything. But I've seen things. Okay, so I come to with experience, and then I try things on myself, and I used to train people all the time for shows. I don't like doing that, so please don't ask me to train. But I know a lot, and I know a lot of little tricks that I've come up with that I've helped people with. My face is peeling. See, my nose is peeling from tanning, guys. So I'm going to show you different little things, but I'm going to show you what Joe is a part of. We're going to go in a gym together, and I'm going to show you like that. How about that? This way, because listen, if I sat here right now and I start telling you guys, oh, this is what you have to do. Go here, lift it like this, turn the bar like this, do this, but it's not the same as when I'm in the gym and I'm actually showing you. Because even little things like hand spacing, where if you read the book that I have out, right, where, you push this part of your hand, when you push more with this part of your hand, and we push more with this part of your hand. One's more your triceps, one's more your chest. It's the craziest little thing. Little hand spacing. Change it, how you grip the bar. You know what I mean? I never grip the bar like this. It's always like this. You know what I'm saying? That's me. But I'll show you those things. So it just by changing little things, it's more than hand spacing. I got little tricks and different ways I do certain exercises. Like I have the biggest back you've ever. I got a really big back. Joe Lee Priest will tell you that. Joe's about to say. And I don't do seated fucking pull downs. When I do them standing up. You're gonna be like, what? I'll show you. I'm going to show you. And it's not about the weight. It's just about form and function and really making the muscle do the work. I'll show you all that. I can sit here and tell you. You might try to vision it. I'll show you. We'll do a live. We'll get you guys to ask certain questions, okay, and certain body parts, and I will show you each, whatever you're having trouble with, I will show you. And I can guarantee I'll make a difference. The people who have looked at my bicep and my arm workout, whatever you call bicep, triceps, I think I did. I don't even remember. It's on my YouTube channel. So, if you go to this stupid channel here and you look for the fucking bicep, tricep, there's little things I show you on here, how to hold a bar, blah, blah, blah. Same thing with legs. You want big legs? I can get anybody. Guys with stick legs, I can get them fucking jacked. You'd have to follow my way. And a lot of it's different than what you're going to see with the pros. It's just totally different. But
so this person saying they asked this question 5 times.
What?
Did you enjoy the music at Sound Factory, or did you just go for the scene? Any good stories? And do you know if Lee Priest ever went there?
Okay, who said that?
Brooklyn Day.
Brooklyn what?
Brooklyn Day.
Brooklyn Day? D-A-Y or?
Brooklyn Day, Greg.
Okay, Brooklyn Day. All right, simmer down. Brooklyn Day. Okay. He wants to know if I enjoyed the music at Sound Factory or did I just go for the scene? Some of the music I liked and some of the scene I loved. Okay. Yeah, I like the scene more than the I like the music too, but after a while you're in there, boom, 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 boom. You don't even know that the music's changed. Your ears are so loud that when you talk, you're yelling in your friend's ear like that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even hear the fucking music after a while. Your head's like boom, boom, boom. I like the scene. No, Lee Priest did not go to the Sound Factory. He wasn't there. But the regulars that I would go with was Bob Bonham, was King Kamali, Robbie Lopez, Fakiri Mubarak, Victor Martinez. Those guys, they were my guys that were there. You know what I'm saying? Craig Titus, when he was in town. Kelly, his wife, Kelly Ryan, Kelly Titus, who's a sweetheart. Sweetheart. I love her. Wait, somebody just said
Miss Bell. What's up, Greg?
Jamie. How you say it? I can't see that has the last name. Pietro. 2000.
James Poitra.
Poitras. I'm sorry, James.
How big should my piece of gold?
Piece of late coffee. James, you're funny. How big should? Well, it depends. If you're like my girlfriend, who's a size queen, she likes them big. Look, right? She likes them big. I might be the wrong color for her too, but I didn't see it. She's smiling. No. That's funny, James. Thank you. Obviously, anything. Girls are a little strange. Some girls like it like that, and I got a gentleman's piece. It's pretty big and fat. That's what we're talking about. That. Who said hello?
Miss Bell.
Miss Bell, what's going on? How you doing, hon? If that's legit, a lot of these guys they use these other names. But Miss Bell, how are you? Keep going, Lucia. I see somebody here wrote something. Also, thank you, Lucia, for what?
For reading my earlier question, you rock.
Oh, you got to get to know her. She doesn't really rock.
Thank you for thinking.
John Mancini. The
Iron Claw is a good movie, Greg.
Yeah, the Iron Claw, John. Yeah, I want to definitely see that. I heard that. I saw the coming attractions. What's his name's totally juiced up in that movie. Zac Efron. He's juiced out of his mind. I think my boy.
Harry Nutt wrote a gentleman's piece. LOL. I'm stealing that.
A gentleman's piece. Well, that's what it's called. You know what I mean? I got a gentleman's piece. And Harry Nutt, you can steal that. So
Adam McNeil. Do you have a favorite movie? Adam McNeil.
Do I have a favorite movie?
From Adam McNeil.
Adam McNeil wants to know. Adam McNeil's one of my boys.
With Brad Pitt, you always talk about. No.
Oh, Meet Joe Black? Yeah, but that's different. You have to have moods. It's just like, it's hard to say. Do I have a favorite movie? I got a lot of favorite movies. It's hard to say because, I like horror movies. I like action movies, adventure movies, like heartfelt movies, like romance movies and shit, like Meet Joe Black. That's what my girlfriend said because she knows I like that. I like the Titanic, like that's like to me romance shit. Oh my God, we've seen so many movies, Lucia, right? Oh my God, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Obviously, I like The Godfather, Rocky, all those different movies that I grew up with, That's a definite tough one. Oh, by the way, I just want to say, John Mancini, I think Richard Rodriguez, one of my boys that they used to do the after hours with us, I think he used to sell those guys all the juice like Zac Efron. I think. I know he was selling like all those other celebrities juice. I think he was selling Wahlberg and who else? A few guys. What's those brothers' names, Lucia, from Australia? Helmsworth. The one Helmsworth brother that got jacked. Because they were on the list. Johnny Bravo brought that out, I believe. When he got arrested, they had the list of like the celebrities, and those guys were on it. Let's see here. Now, what are they saying here? Also, Lou, you got to be reading these things to me. I'm over here. I can't see shit. What's the proper spelling for scribble yellow money? How you say it, Greg? What, Lucy? I can't see what Gallon's asking me something.
Gallon.
Yeah, something about spelling for
Where is it?
Scotto. Oh, Scotto. Oh, how do you say Scotto? I have no idea how to spell any of that stuff. I write it the way I say it. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea how you say it. It's Scotto means escarole. You know what I mean? In Italian, they call Scotto. Escarole. Escarole, the leaf, the lettuce, like that escarole, like the lettucey leaf you put in your salad. It's called scatol, so it's basically like it's Italian slang. When they say scatol, that's what they mean. The escarole, the lettuce, money. Making a scatol.
Why don't they let Larry talk on after hours? I thought he did.
They do let Larry talk. Larry Larry talks when he wants to talk. It's not that they don't let him. We all talk over each other. That's the way we are. We're hyper Italians. You hear shit and we all start just responding. John could go on though. When a guy say, okay, we get the point. You keep explaining it and you go on and on and on. After a while, you're like, okay, the myoplasm reach the circle button. How's your mother? How's your father? What's my peppers? You keep going. Oh my God. Let me see here. What else is you got to see Lucy? I can't see these things here. Lucy is, I don't know what she's doing. She's on the internet.
Greg, does Lee Priest still plan on leaving RX Muscle?
Does Lee Priest, who asked that?
Riff Raff Rackus.
Riff Rackus?
Riff Raff
Rackus. Does Lee Priest plan? No, I don't think he's going to leave. I don't think Lee's going to leave. He could. He has his own channel. I think if they piss him off, he'll leave. Does Greg
John's very grouchy. LOL.
John is
Harry
grouchy.
Nat wrote that.
Yes, he is grouchy.
Brooklyn Day says, finish the Sound Factory story. You have the attention span of a goldfish. LOL.
No, it's hard because she keeps interrupting me, and I'm trying to get it to everybody.
No, I don't.
Yeah, bullshit. You're over there. I know what you're doing, you motherfucker.
What happened
okay.
to Richard Rodriguez?
Richard Rodriguez, I don't know what happened to. I mean, he still like messages me and everything.
Have you Gentleman Cheney asked, have you tried Carmine's in New York? What's that?
No, Carmine's in New York. That sounds really familiar.
What is that?
No, John. Jimmy the Bull and I used to go to Angelo's, which is right down on Mulberry Street. When Jimmy the Bull and I used to go to eat, we would go to Angelo's, which is I think they sold it. You know, we've been to Umberto's and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But the old Umberto's was good, but now we go to Angelo's, and I think they just got rid of it. Wait, so he wants me to finish the Sound Factory stuff. So I would go with those bodybuilders, you know what I mean? And then when any of the other guys were in town, whether it's Ron Harris, my God, Dorian Yates, Chris Cormier, all of them, even Sean Ray, any of those guys, they're all my boys. With Dorian and I had words a few times, but not bad. Just
I never knew Kevin.
The whole fucking other bullshit with the Jewish thing was not smart. But regardless, because Steve Blackman's the one who told me go after him. So it's no bad blood. I'm just explaining. I get along with Dorian, but it just we're not
Jimmy
like buddies.
Is no longer on RX.
No,
because Miss Bell says you're the only reason I watch After Hours. Now that Jimmy is gone.
Thank you, Miss Bell. Well, Jimmy will pop back in. Jimmy will definitely show up, but he's just not happy with the way things go. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy, George, Lee, those are my friends. We talk outside of bodybuilding. When we talk, we don't even talk about lifting weights. We don't talk about any of this. We don't talk about RX. We don't really, we talk about other things like, just our lives and stuff. I'm sorry, they got a guy who asked me about that. So anyway, that's the Sound Factory. I told you, I've seen many a time, we see a lot of crazy shit in the Sound Factory. I told the story last week. Everybody likes the one where I had to go to the bathroom. I shit in the bathroom, and Kelly Ryan was in there when I first got to Kelly Titus, and when I first got in there, she was in there. She said goodbye. We were talking for a while, and then I had to go to bed from really bad. Then she left, and I went in. I shit my brains out. Victor Martinez comes in. I just got out of the booth, washed my hands, and he goes, "Holy Christ, it smells, man! It stinks in here." And I said, "Yeah, Kelly Ryan was just in here." I'm sorry, Kelly Titus. I know her as Kelly Ryan. I know her way before Craig. But anyway, Kelly was just in here, and she shit really bad. It stinks because girls were going in the same bathroom as boys.
Big 1223 says, "I never knew Kevin LeBron was a musician."
Kevin Levrone, you ever hear Kevin Levrone sing? He sings like the guy from oh my God, why can't I think? Stone Temple Pilots, is that it? He sings like that. He's a good singer too. Kevin Levrone is a really good. He's really into singing. He actually sang. He actually performed with a band once at the Night of Champions. Kevin Levrone. You know how long I know Kevin? Oof. If you see Kevin, you just mentioned Greg, and we go way back. Oh my God, maybe 1990, maybe 89. I know him way before he was a pro. Because I used to be friends with Paul DeMeo, and I was there when Paul DeMeo beat him in that one show, and everybody thought kind of Kevin won. It was real close, and really, really close. That's before Kevin was a pro. You know what I mean? I knew him even before that. He's a great guy. Kevin Levrone a great guy. He's got a great personality. He's a very, very smart guy too. Lucia went to use the bunkhouse. That's the bathroom. That's an Italian slang. The bunkhouse, meaning the back, because back in the 1920s. What? Back in the night, let me finish saying. Because then they say I have no attention span. Back in the 1920s, they used to have a bathroom in behind the house, like outside, like an outhouse. So they'd say, I got to go to the back house, the back of the house.
Gianluca Bruno, was the blowing the dart guy the most unexpected thing you've encountered in your life?
Was the blowing the dart guy? Okay, Gianluca Bruno wants to know is where I blew the darts in the guy's ass. He wants to know, was that the most unexpected? No.
When the guy was killed, maybe in front of the hospital.
That was, I've seen guys get murdered in front of me. She's right. She knows. I've seen guys get shot in the head in front of me. Yes, right? I'm right there. You have no idea. Anyway, you've seen people get killed and shit. You know, I've seen a whore murdered in New York City where they cut her in her fucking stomach. Shit was pouring out of her stomach like food and everything was gross. I've seen wise guys do bad things too. It's very I knew that was going to happen because my partner who called
Gianluca Bruno says, scratch that, sorry then.
No, Gianluca Bruno,
and
listen.
then he retracted his message.
No, don't retract it. It's okay. No, Gianluca Bruno. I knew because back then I had just had a son. I was building a new gym, and I just closed my other gym. And you know, my partner that owned the gym with me, you know, used to do these things, and he said, "Bro, you need some money? Come with me." You know, he had already gone down there, and he goes, "Come down here. Just bring a pair of hot skins, which is, you know, this. Remember back in the in the 80s and early 90s, guys wore these like hot skins that were real tight shorts, you know, almost like spandex shorts, and wear them." And he goes, "Wear like if you have boots or anything like that, just bring them." So I had like a hiking boot, you know what I mean? Like I used to work out in them because when I would squat and shit. So I brought that and a tank top, and you know I had it in a little bag. So when I got there, the master brings me in the back. That's the guy that answered the door. I come back. My partner pulls in the back. "Hey, what's up?" He goes to me, let's go. Come on. So I go in the bathroom, change my clothes. We come out and he goes, you know, and the master's like, "Okay," and they're showing us what to do, and then the rest is history. You know, you can watch it on. You could watch it. What is it called? The Dungeon Master or something on Generation Iron? No, I knew, but Gianluca, I knew that was coming. I knew that he had told me ahead of time. Now, I didn't know the guy was going to give me a friggin' check, pay me by check, which means like I could have blackmailed him because he's a fucking billionaire, that guy. You know, it was an art gallery. I'm walking through this art gallery and there's all like art covered with shit and everything like that, you know, like blankets and tarps and everything. And, you know, these pieces of art are like the fucking Mona Lisa. If you Google them, he's one of the most famous art dealers.
John Mancini asked, any Dennis James stories?
No, John Mancini. No, I don't really have Dennis James stories. I know Dennis James. He's a nice guy. And I had a party, like for my book. And he was one of the few bodybuilders who came. It was in New York City at Club Crimson. And he was there. I think Victor was there, Martinez. Let's see, because Victor's my longtime friend. He had been friends with Victor since the 80s. You know, so, you know, he came, Dennis came, and I had my boy Melly Mel sang. Remember that, Lucia? Melly Mel performed on stage. Grandmaster Flash, you know, like, you know, he was singing all that, white lines, and all that stuff. You know, because he's one of my good friends, so it was a good time.
Adam McNeil writes, I heard that a Conan film is in development and Arnold has signed on to be Conan. Any thoughts?
A Conan film. Adam McNeil said a Conan film has been... That I don't know about. I don't know if he could be Conan now. Lou, hand me that little glass, the little Babanya bottle right there, wherever it is. No, forget it. Yeah, give me the game face and give me that one right there. No, it might be in there with the, you know, no, forget it. She's shot. I don't know.
What are you asking for?
The one I was showing Valerie, my niece, right there, in there. Go in the kitchen, walk in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The Sunkiss bottle. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. He'd be a little bit old. Give me the game face, dude. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. I got to take a little Babanya right now.
Do we need to check that?
No. She wants to check my sugar right now. What the nuts? Hey, this game face. I'm not taking it to show you guys for any other reason, but because I really do take it. I chew them and break them. Because it helps me keep the fucking brain going.
Terminator.
And now I got Monster right there. This is Monster, right? This is fucking, what's this one? Pineapple. No, sugar free. I'm only gonna take a sip to wash these down. I don't what? Now I got a blue tongue.
Brooklyn Bay.
Anyway, I need that. Sorry guys.
They
The
do-
game face helps the brain. And I need my brain helped right now. So you asked me, what do I think about Conan? I don't think he's too young. It's too old. Dude, I see Arnold in person. He's fucking. You guys see him on the internet. You say, well, it doesn't look that bad, but in person, you gotta see him. The fucking eyelids are barely open. He looks Chinese and shit. You know what I mean? I know him. I know him. He's a great guy. But he's not the Arnold. I mean, I don't know how he's gonna play Conan. Maybe if they have Conan as an old man, you know. But he's not even jacked anymore like that, you know.
What?
What?
When we're attacked, guys, do you remember taking Pinnacle Poppers back in the 90s?
Winmore wants to know if I remember taking Pinnacle Poppers. I have no idea what that is. I know you talk about poppers like the shit that people sniff, and I never took those. I'm a little funny about that. You know, I had a cousin that used to do that shit, and he wanted to fucking blow his brains out. So I don't know. I don't know Winmore, my brother. I don't remember those things. I mean, I know guys used to take that for sex. You know, when you want to have sex and you get euphoric, they sniff poppers. I never did that shit. I sniff her ass. That's popper for me. I'm kidding. Okay, next question, Lou. I can't see these things. I'm sorry, guys. She'll just keep posting. She'll get your question. I want to answer everybody's question. I'm sorry. I'm a fucking Momo.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm 64 years old. I could barely see this writing that's over here on the screen. It's this big. You know what I mean? Like, I can't see shit. You know what I mean? So I need her to read this stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to. I can see if I stick my face this close. I can see some of it. But then you see my nasty head and shit like that. What? Hello? Satan? Read the question. Come on, read the fucking question.
Hey, what's up, Greg? Just caught the live in time here at work for 12 hours. That's from Jude Lucero.
Jude Lucero, thank you, my brother. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. I'm glad you caught it.
What's the sunglasses link?
The sunglasses link. Oh, these sunglasses are bullshit. Okay, they're indoor. My indoor sunglasses. The ones I wear that have the blue block, the same ones that Jimmy the Bull wears, the same ones that Lee Priest wears. Actually, Lee Priest hooked me up with the guy. Is from Ace Sunglasses. Go to Ace. I think it's acesunglasses.com. ACE sunglasses. Because they make I have an eye problem. And when I'm out in the sun, I can't. Well, first, even in here, if that light is in front of me, I cannot see. You know, like even when you see the thing with Joe Zapata, you see when I look at him, you can see it looks like I have two different colored eyes. I don't really have two. I have green eyes, but the thing is, my one eye is a giant pupil. It doesn't shrink. It's paralyzed. It's open, because I had a wire hit me in the eye a whole bit. So it's paralyzed, open, right? And when you look in the light, your eyeball shrinks. Your pupil shrinks, right? So the light doesn't hit your fucking retina. Mine does not. Mine stays open. So if I walk out from my house, from my front door to my mailbox and back, I can't see anything. I see a big spot. So if I do walk out, sometimes I have to walk out my eye closed like this. I got to walk out like this. See? And I can't do that. So I have to usually put the sunglasses on. So now you can see my eyes are open. It's like a relief for my eyes. It's just one of those things that I have to deal with. Wasn't born like that. It, happened, in the 80s when I get hit in the eye with a wire. So that's how that happened. But so outside, I wear these special lenses that Ace makes, and they're high-end sunglasses. They're really good, and they're the ones that Lee Priest wears, and they're the ones that Jimmy the Bull wears. Us three guys, we're all brothers, man, and we all wear the same shit. Go ahead, what's the next question?
Does Lucia cook great Mexican food?
Who asked that?
Monster Chun.
Monster Chun wants to know, does Lucia cook Greg Mexican? Lou, I see a lot of questions here you're missing. You guys, if she misses your questions, just say,
you
keep asking.
One question,
no, you're over there. I know what you're doing. You're cruising the internet for shit.
This is your phone.
Okay. Listen, does Lucia cook Mexican food? Hell no. And if Lucia cooked Mexican food, I'm no offense to any of you guys. No offense to any. no offense to any of you guys, okay?
That's funny.
I don't like Spanish food. Sorry. If you like Spanish food, if you like Mexican food, that taco shit, no, I don't eat that. I will not eat that. I don't like spice. That cilantro shit to me tastes like you're eating soap, okay? Culanto, cilantro, whatever you want to call that shit, that's like soap to me, right? Then fucking, I don't like spice. I can't take that shit. This evildoer here, she eats fucking, she'll sit there with tapatio and fucking drink it. You know what I mean? She sits and eats that, puts a pile this high of pepperoncino, you know, like the Italian fucking, you know, you put on pizza and shit, the red pepper flakes. She'll eat that an inch high, even on eggs, on every, she eats that shit on everything. And then she'll put hot sauce on top of it. She's fucking crazy. I won't eat that shit. When her mother, the fucking missing link, comes over the house and she makes this fucking green shit that, no offense, but if you're Mexican, you guys eat that shit. Bro, first of all of their breaths stink. Like fucking, like somebody fucking, like an onion field. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is. But they eat that shit. It's so hot and spicy. It's like green fucking pepper fucking whatever that shit is. Those ghost pepper things. They fucking sit there. Her father sits and has drips of sweat dripping. His nose is running. His face is dripping. He's going to wipe his forehead with a fucking towel. He says, because that's how much they sweat. Because that shit. And I'm like, how the fuck you eat that shit? How the fuck do you eat Spanish food like that? You might as well drink gasoline and shit. You know what I mean? Why not drink gasoline? Who the fuck wants something that's that spice? I don't eat spice, bro. I'm a bleached guinea. I don't like onions. And I don't like garlic. I know somebody like, you don't like garlic? What kind of Italian? I don't like garlic. Sorry, I'm not a garlic guy. If there's garlic in something and it happens to be like blended in where I can't really fucking taste it garlicky, but if something's garlicky, I won't eat. If I get a slice of pizza and they got like garlic on that shit, and I'm like, oh Christ, they fucking, why do you know? I won't eat that pizza anymore. Never.
Somebody wrote spice and cayenne is great for the heart.
I don't care. Whoever said spice and cayenne is great.
Winmore attack.
Oh, Winmore. My boy Winmore. I'm sure it's great for the heart, but not my heart. It's good for her fart, but not my. I don't want any of that shit.
Cleans out the arteries, he said.
Yeah, well, don't clean out the fucking missing links arteries.
Harry Nutt says Mexican food and Italian is the same ingredients mostly.
I can't, but I'm a bleached guinea. I don't eat Italian. Like, I eat Italian food. But my Italian food is basic shit. You guys would be bored. I like, sausage. No, I like sausage and peppers like Jimmy the Bull. Jimmy the Bull, like when we go out to eat, Jimmy the Bull gets bolognese, which is like a meat sauce. Okay. I don't really like that. I'll eat that once in a blue moon, but it's too heavy, for me. I do like meatballs. I like pasta. After that, I'm bleached. I don't like scungili. I don't like calamari. I don't like eggplant parmesan. I like chicken parm. I used to like veal, but I can't eat that shit anymore because I know it's a baby calf. I just can't do it. What else? I'm bleached, bro. I'm a bleached Italian.
Winmore attack says good for the fart and not the heart.
Yeah, it is good for the fart, not the heart. It's really fucking.
John Mancini says garlic wings are pretty good. LOL.
Oh, I couldn't eat that. John Mancini, I could not eat that. I can't do that. I'm very funny about shit that I eat. You guys would never want to. I eat the same. She'll tell you. This one will eat anything. Her mother eats that chapalinos. You know what chapalinos are? That's them fucking crickets, fried crickets.
Terminator Juice sent you $5.
Oh.
I watch your videos every day while I work, eat, and sleep. You're a big role model for me.
Terminator Juice.
I'm 21 and a bodybuilder. Hopefully,
She's reading your.
I get to talk I get to talk to you. Hopefully, I get to talk to you.
Listen, Terminator Juice, I appreciate that so much. And did he say he's at work right now?
He says I'm 21.
Oh, he's at 21.
He says I watch your videos while I work, eat, and sleep.
Oh, while I work, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Terminator Juice. I really appreciate that. And if you're only 21, you got your whole life ahead of you. God bless you. God bless you.
He says he don't eat veal. Guess what's in your meatballs? Oh, shit.
No, I don't eat meatballs with veal. I like basic meatballs. I like pork and beef mixed together.
Is he trying to say that
No, some meatballs have a combination of veal, pork, and I am bleached. And if the veal is in there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh well.
I eat it. You know what I mean? It's not, it's a moral thing more than I don't like that. Tastes fucking good.
But
You know what I mean?
I guess he's trying to say that there's veal in the meatballs.
Yeah, there's veal in the meatballs. But anyway, I just want to say Terminator Juice, man. 21 men.
He's 21 years old.
You got your whole life, Eddie. God bless you, man. Good, you know, good on you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, my brother. You know, I'm just bleached like that. My father was like that. I eat steak. I eat pork. I don't really like chicken, but I eat chicken, and I eat turkey.
Well, that's an interesting.
Other than that, I don't eat any other meat. I ain't eating nothing you hunt. I don't want to hear, oh, venison. Like my boy, I'm very close with Guy Sisternino. You know, Guy goes, he'll shoot an animal and stuff. He tell me, oh, bro, you got to eat this fucking. I made these deer sausages. I'm like, ain't eating them, bro. I don't eat that shit. No bison, none of that stuff. He's a hunter. I can't do it. I know some guys, oh, you don't know, you haven't tasted venison, it's delicious. I don't give a shit if it tastes like the greatest thing. I can't eat it. It's just my brain is just, I can't eat it. I'm a basic eater. She'll tell you, I've been with her, we're now in our 18th year together. And she'll tell you, I eat the same thing. I'm a fucking boring eater.
Yeah, because somebody asked Dominic Schooley, what do you cook Italian food at all?
Do I cook Italian food? Yeah, man. I'm the one that does all the cooking. Everybody loves my Italian food, right, Lucia?
Somebody asked Brian Kemp, do you like bison?
No, I don't. Brian Kemp, no, I do not like bison. I've never eaten it, and I refuse to. I'm sure it tastes delicious, but I don't want to taste it. I just don't want to eat a buffalo. You know?
Harry Dune, Greg, what age did you start really caring about animals? I was a heartless guy when I was young.
What age did I start caring about animals? Who asked me that? Harry Dune? I still eat meat, so but if I start thinking about what I'm eating, I'll be a vegan. I can tell you that now. I wouldn't eat it. I do care about animals. I don't like hunting. I will never hunt. And it's not just that. I can't eat something I saw walking right. Even look, I love steak, but if I saw the cow right there, and you fucking killed it, butchered it, and then fucking you put it on a plate for me, and there's a giant fucking tomahawk steak cooked delicious, I wouldn't be able to eat it because I saw it walking around. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And as far as bison and shit like that go, I was in my early 20s when I stopped. I mean, I used to catch fish, right? I used to go fishing. I was a big fisherman, right? I used to catch fish. I was eating sunnies and shit with my friend. We would catch sunnies and shit. Even that shit we were eating. We'd fucking pan fry them things. I can't do it anymore. I can't catch the fish.
Garrett says, Greg, what can you give advice?
Can't do it.
What can you give some life advice for all of us in our 20s?
Garrett?
Okay,
Garrett wants to know.
Life advice for all
Life advice when you're in your 20s. First of all, have ambition. Don't be a lazy sod and just think like, I want to be a bodybuilder. Just like that's your whole life. Because any bodybuilder will tell you that's no good. All right? Don't do that. You have to have basically some ambition in life. You know, something that you want to do and something that you want to accomplish. The other thing is don't stress little things. What?
When we're attack road, 20s advice, wear a condom.
Winmore's funny. Wear a condom. Listen, you don't let things stress you out so much and don't put pressure on yourself. Don't think I'm 21 years old. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. There are a lot of people who don't find out where their path is until they get a little bit older. Some people know when they're young. Some people don't. You may have a brother that's doing great. He's already in college. Maybe he's going to be a doctor and you're a fucking momo, but don't sit around playing video games. That's time wasting. I can never play video games. I know some of you do, okay? And that's fine. For me, I can't do shit like that. But I'm just saying don't waste time and don't stress things. Don't stress things that are ridiculous and just... I learned a long time ago, right? You can't bang your head against the wall over things that you cannot control, okay? You can't do that because all you're going to do, like let's say you have a girlfriend. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. You can fucking threaten her. You can say, I'm going to beat the fuck out of her boyfriend. But you know what that's going to do? You're going to beat the fuck out of her boyfriend. you're going to go to jail. That's not going to make her say, okay, now I love you. Or you're going to, you're going to love me and be with me whether you want to or not. Who the fuck wants that? What's wrong with you that you feel that you have to do that? Because you don't love yourself and you have no self-respect to do this. Some girl doesn't want to be with you. I don't care if you love her. She's the hottest body, Bye. You can't do that. Because you know what's going to happen if you beat up the guy she's with? You're going to go to jail. And guess where she's going to be? With that guy. And they're going to be with a bunch of fucking losers in jail. And you're going to want to kill yourself. I'm going to tell you that right now. So don't stress things. And don't stress your future either. It'll come. It'll come to you. Some people need a few years, into life until they figure out what they want to do. But you got to make all. You can't fucking sit around and mooch off the parents or, play video games all day. That's loser. That's no ambition. And that's not going to get you anywhere. So the things is, don't stress stuff in life, but have ambition. Okay. You have to have ambition. You must do something. And don't think that bodybuilding is going to save you. Like, I'm going to be a bodybuilder. I'm going to start my own YouTube channel. You're out of your mind. And that's all these guys that today, Sam Salik, king of the hill. Right now, he'll outsell Hattie Shupit or whatever the fuck, or whatever those guys, the bodybuilder there, they fucking won he won the Olympia last year. Or Derek Lunsford. Those guys could sit at a table. You could have Hattie in this table Derek, and this table, what's his name, Sam Salik, and Sam Salik's line will be out the door down the street, where those two guys, that line won't even be close to Sam's. Yet they're better bodybuilders than Sam will ever be. That's today. That's because Sam Salik's, the hot thing today is young people gravitate towards young people. But tomorrow, there's going to be a new Sam. Just like Justin Bieber. Where's Justin Bieber today? You know what I mean? He's kind of Sunday's news on Monday. You don't have the little girls going, oh my God, Justin Bieber, oh my God,
Christopher Commitini.
So,
Christopher Comitini.
I can never finish. But you know what I'm saying, guys. So try not to stress shit. Live your life. Show ambition. But if you don't know what you want to do, don't stress that either. It'll come to you. Trust me, it will come. Guy, what do you want?
Christopher Comitini. Greg, do you still do that crazy leg training?
Christopher Comitini wants to know, do I still do the leg training?
Crazy leg training.
Crazy leg training. The answer to that is yes. The only difference is after the cancer and everything else, I cut it down for me because my legs respond. I could pick my nose and eat it, and my legs will fucking grow. My legs respond super. Dave Palumbo even did a whole video on legs and talked about this within a month ago. And he even brought me up, and he said, you see the legs on Greg. My legs, and he'd bring anybody else that brought me up, okay? Because my legs are fucking jacked, and hamstrings are as big as some of the guys on the Olympia, and that's because of the way I train and the fact that genetically it's my easiest body part.
Steve Campbell said later, Greg, love from New Zealand.
Oh, thank you, Steve. Steve what?
Steve Campbell.
Steve Campbell, thank you, my brother. God bless you and my New Zealand brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Jude Lucero, did you eat a lot when you were 19 years old? Your physique was great.
Okay, I'll get to Jude Lucero. I'll get to that in 1 second about me eating a lot at 19 years old. I just wanted to say with the legs, I can show you what to do. If you watch my leg workout, you'll see. And if you do my leg workout, I can guarantee you get jacked. But I'm going to do more with that when I do the thing with Joe. But me, I can do one from my front thighs, and they are jacked. They are super jacked. But I do a lot of reps, and I do so many reps that you would quit after about 15. Okay, not me. I do like 80, shit like that. Sometimes 70. I can only get 70, but usually around 80ish, where I was getting 120. With 3 plates on each side, all the way up, all the way down, no rest and no stopping. And taking, looking around and doing this and then going like that. No. I'll have to show you, which I will do. But again, that's me. I was genetically freaky and lucky with the legs. So you can't go by when somebody has a genetically good body part. I can do anything for that, and my legs grow. As far as, what was his name?
Jude Lucero.
Jude Lucero, when you asked me,
when you were 19.
Did I eat a lot when I was 19? Yes, I ate a lot. And back then I was natural. Okay, so I didn't know, we didn't even know about steroids or what. That shit was more hush hush. Today, everybody talks about steroids because of the internet. I used to fatten up, meaning I would go on a bulk phase where I would just eat everything and anything. I used to make this thing called cake shakes. You old school bodybuilders, I used to write about this, where I would take my grandmother used to work in a bakery, so we had this big fucking blender. It was like this high, it's huge, like this, right? And I would take these big 3-4 layer cake of chocolate cake, right? I would pour fucking heavy cream in a thing. I'd throw like 2 or 3 scoops of protein in there. And then I would take this big fucking hunk of country epicure. It had like 4 layers like this of cake, giant chocolate cake. And I would put it on it. And I'm not a chocolate guy, I'm a vanilla guy. But regardless, I'd stick that in there. And I'd blend it up. And I used to call it cake shakes. Shit, that fucking thing must have been 2,000 calories alone. And I would drink that shit, gut be out to here. But I got bulky, Back then, it almost looked like you were on steroids. But it was, chunky, chubby. And then I would cut it down because that's the only way we knew to do it. So yes, I did. I would eat a lot of eggs, tuna, steak, always like that. But sometimes I would put eggs even in that cake shake. What?
This person, Garrett, says, Greg, King Camille said in an interview with Dave that you dated a trans who committed suicide. Is this true?
No. He said, okay, who said that, Garrett? Garrett said King Kamali said that I dated a trans who committed. No, I did not date a trans who committed suicide. He's talking about, we were in a club in the Sound Factory was, and he had this girl who he was friends with. She was from Boston. I remember that. And she was hot as hell. Okay. And she was trans and nobody knew it. Okay. And then she liked him. But he didn't like her. And I told him, wow, that girl's fucking hot. And he goes to me, she's a tranny. And I said, I don't give a shit. She's fucking hot. So he tried to hook her up with me. And I kicked it to her, but she was too into him. That's what he's talking about. So I tell everybody that story. Yeah, Kamali tried to hook me up with this girl as a tranny. But she didn't like me. She liked him. She was all in his grill. You know what I mean? They knew each other already. She's from the Sound Factory. You know what I mean? But so that's, I think, what you're talking about. That's the only thing I could think of. I was with a girl who died, but she didn't commit no suicide, and she was no tranny.
Today, I did legs with my dad and did your leg press workout, 5 plates on each side for 60 reps, which is insane after squatting 405 for 12. Terminator Juice.
Okay, Terminator Juice said today he did legs with his father, and he did how many sets?
Your leg press workout, 5
He did my leg workout. Okay. If you do that leg press, see, the thing is, when most of you feel like stopping, I had a guy with a leg press, okay, who's a monster. It's actually a mass monster. I'm talking about Yosef. And when I had him in the gym, he had me show him the whole leg press thing. And I showed him, I said, okay, I'm going to show you how to do this, but you're going to go beyond. You're going to do, this is going to kill you. And he's like, whatever, do it. He wanted to stop at about 15 to 20, right? I forgot how much weight we had on. He might have had 4 plates on each side. I don't remember. He wanted to stop at 15 to 20, right? And I said, nope. And I made him go. And he was, now it's 30. Now it's 40. He's literally crying. I can't. I'm like, fuck you. You got to go. And he wound up getting like 60 out of that, okay? Where he was going to stop at 20 or 15. You know what I mean? And with the point I'm trying to make is, you see, if you push yourself, you could get a lot more. You're mentally ready to stop at 20. Mentally, you want to stop. But you actually got an extra 40 reps. And I'm talking about all the way up, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. And not none of this shit that you see these guys putting all this fucking weight on. And they get in the gym and they're going like this with it. What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? And what is that? Anybody I could load every plate that there is in the gym on the leg press and do that. Every one of them.
Mustangs and Meatballs, what's up, bro? I'm late to the show.
Oh, muscle and meatballs. What's going on, my brother? I could go for some meatballs right now, to be honest with you. I love meatballs. I can't eat them because
Nathan Cloud.
The surgery I got to do. What's that?
Nathan Cloud, watch a Tommy Platts leg workout. Bro was a freak.
Okay, Nathan Cloud said watch Tom Platts
leg workout.
It was free. Yes, I know Tom really well. Tom's a good guy. Tom's an intense guy. But Tom did basically doing the same thing I do with the leg press that he did with squats. Go beyond. With the point I was just trying to tell you about that big guy that I trained, he was going to stop at 20. And he told him, do you realize that you want to stop, around 20-ish? And I made you get another 40 reps out of there. You had 40 more reps in those legs. 40 more reps. So by the time he was done, he couldn't do any more. That's almost like heavy duty, but I didn't pull weights off and make him go to ultimate failure. I could have kept that set going, pull weights off and go failure. I could pull more weights off and to the point where he was doing one fucking thing to fit. I didn't want to do that to him. But he was going to stop, and he got 40 more reps than he would have got if he stopped on his own. Basically, trained my brain to when I hear that, all right, that's it. I'm like, oh, okay, no. And I push myself. So if you watch, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry, I didn't sleep last night. If you watch my leg workout, you'll see how I push, like beyond that. Like I don't stop. I've done 120 reps and I'm talking about full, all the way down. No rest, no stopping, breathing, no stopping for 5-10 seconds, and then continue to set. Done it continuously for 120 reps, even more. I think I've done 125 or 128, my record, something like that. I have to ask Marco, he remembers. But I'm just saying, you see, that's what I'm talking about. And it's those kind of things. Your legs, you work on your legs, you walk on your legs. So you got to get more reps in with your legs. You can't just put like 600 pounds on and do it 2 or 3 times and think, bro, I just squatted 600 pounds. Who gives a shit? Your legs look like shit. You know what I mean? Listen to me. Whoever it was that just brought up Tom Platz. Tom Platz would take 315, right? 315. Nathan Cloud. She's funny.
He's the one that brought.
All right, I got you. Tom Platz would take that 315 and do it like 60, 70 times. You try a squat, even 315, 60. I know somebody goes, I could squat. Shit, dude, I squatted 550. Okay, let me see you take 315. Let me see if you can do that clean. Tom Platz didn't go to a bench, his ass to a bench or any of that kind of shit. He did ass to the grass. He squatted all the way where his ass touched the back of his ankles. Okay? Let me see you take 315 and do that 60, 70 times. Not stopping at the top, looking around, taking 5-10 seconds, and then going back down. Tom Platz didn't stop at the top. He does the way I do the leg press. He did the squat. Let me see you do that. I bet you can't. Get the biggest guy in your gym. Get that big dude that fucking squats with the things are bending. Challenge him. See if he could do 315. Ass touching the back of his legs. See if he can do it 60, 70 times. Bet you can't.
11.
Huh?
It's 11.
Oh.
Nathan Cloud says we love you in the Midwest.
Oh, thank you, Nathan Cloud. Said he loved me in the Midwest. Nobody loves me. I'm kidding. Thank you.
I did squats today, then had a wicked protein shake dump at the gym. Gavin Newscomb.
Wait, Winmore's saying that Tom Platz he's right. Tom Platz, you didn't develop bad knees. I don't have bad knees either. Now watch me fucking go knock on wood. Because I do this whole little thing. I'm going to show you guys with, there's a little thing I do, you'll see. And it keeps my knees, I feel like by doing lots of reps and all that stuff, the way I do it, I keep my knees stretched. Okay, so they're not tight, So I don't have bad knees either, so thank God. But, All right, 1 second, guys. I'm going to come back, and then I got a couple minutes. I got to have to go. I got to pee really bad. Don't go away. I'll be right back. I got to pee. I know nobody else does that, but I got to pee. Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah.
Find another question.
our time says, "You see a jump in the chair, we want to shoot you."
Yeah. Okay, sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
Chestnut said, "Don't
What a relief. Look, tonight, when I'm done, and I have to go in a little bit, but right here, look. Right there, look at that. Can you see that shit? Look at that. Testosterone sipping it. Why is it so foggy? You should be able to see that clearer, no? Anyway, I don't know if
John Mancini, next time, can you show us your Yankee collection?
that's going to be tonight. Take 1 cc of that, baby.
You don't have a Yankee collection?
Do I have a Yankee collection? No, I don't really have a Yankee collection. I do have Yankee bats. Like when I was a little boy, we used to go to bat day, and I still have Mickey Mantle bats, but I used to fucking hit rocks with them and shit, so they're kind of beat up. You know what I mean? You know. What else did I do? What else do I have? I think I have a Goose Gossage ball. Oh, I told you guys.
John, look around.
I had to take another sip. Sorry.
Don't reuse the needle.
No, I'm not going to reuse the needles. No, thank you. I have a Goose Gossage ball. I have, he signed it. I had a lot of shit. See, I gave it all to my son, who's now a Red Sox fan. Do you believe that shit? That's some fucking bullshit. My son went in the Army. He was Army intelligence, special ops, did all this shit. And I don't know what happened to him. And when he got out of intelligence, he fucking, one day, my son's a monster. My son's a myostatin freak. If my son wanted to work out, even naturally, he'd be as big as Big Rammy. He's a monster. He's fucking huge. His shoulders like this. But my son fucking sends me this picture of this giant fucking muscular ripped calf, right? And it's his. And it had I let the cat out of the bag. It had a fucking tattoo of the Boston Red Sox on it. And I go, what are you sending me somebody's calf for? Whatever. I don't want to see that shit. And he goes, that's my calf. And it was his calf. I shouldn't have told you first. I ruined the punchline. But it was his calf. And I go, what the fuck? What is that shit? What do you got, Boston? Because I have pictures of him as a kid where he's got like Boston sucks, the Red Sox suck, shit like that. And son of a bitch, now he's the hugest Red Sox. I mean, goes up to Fenway, But he's in intelligence still. My son's NSA intelligence. So now, he does digital forensics and all that with them. But he's in a very elite part of intelligence. So he does all that shit. He's a man. And my son's 34. But I mean, like, he goes up and he does all that stuff. Fucking kid's a Red Sox fan. Killed me. But I gave him a ball. Listen to this. I went to Yankee Stadium. Back then, I was a drug dealer, so I used to buy all the fucking scalp tickets. I was there at the David Cohn Perfect game. But we were scalping tickets. We sit right in the fucking where the dugout is all the time. And at the end of the game, this girl I went to high school with, she works for the Yankees, right? She comes up to us, behind the dugout. I'm sitting. My son was sitting on the dugout, right? And I get the pictures, and she goes to me, you want a ball? Let me go get him a ball. And so she goes in. She goes right in the dugout into the clubhouse. She comes back with a ball. It's signed by Mariano Rivera, Derek Jeter, and Joe Torre. Imagine that. Mariano Rivera, Derek Jeter, Joe Torre, the greatest 3 Hall of Famers, maybe some of the greatest Yankees ever. My son takes the ball all happy and everything. He was young. This is before the David Cohn game. This is maybe a year or so before that. Fucking next day, I go. I'm divorced. My ex-wife. I go to pick him up the next day. He's outside with my daughter, who's a little girl, and he's throwing the ball, and they're hitting it, and off the fucking concrete. This is a Hall of Fame ball, and they're throwing that thing around. It's bouncing off the fucking concrete. It's like getting all chewed up and shit. He had he didn't understand the worth of the ball, So, but I mean, I got him like Chuck Knobloch signed it back because he was all into bodybuilding. He saw me, and I was all jacked and shit. I don't know, but so all of that shit went to him. So I don't have a Yankee collection. Sorry, I wish I did. Anyway, they suck. They're killing me. Yeah, John Mancini. Yeah, it's a true story. Fucking true. It's over there throwing my daughter's hitting it like this. You know what I mean? It's hitting on the fucking pavement and everything. Like blacktop. It's a fucking ball. I was like, holy shit, I should have never gave it to him. I should have kept it for him. But what are you going to do? Anyway, how much of...
Somebody was asking if they buy a book, can you autograph it on the eBay account?
What book?
I guess the Essentials of Bodybuilding.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, if you buy a book, I'll autograph it. The one book is on the eBay account. I think she handles all that shit, right? I know
Yeah.
she handles all that shit. The other book, I don't have the rights to the book. Like, I wrote the book, right? But my book's not no self-published book. It's a fucking real published book, which means you can go to Barnes and Noble and, if they don't, usually they have the book there, but if they don't have the book, they'll order for. I have no say in that. Like the money doesn't go to me; it goes to the publisher. I get fucking mere pennies. You know what I mean? Like, you have no idea. And that's the way that works when you're published. If you're self-published, it doesn't go in bookstores, but you can sell it online, and all these other people self-publish their shit. Me, I'm a fucking momo. My book's been published book. It's been like 15 years. If you get it and you want it signed, you get a hold of her. Just message her off my website or go to the eBay or whatever it is. Her Pagiju. Pagiju. Go there, and she will. If you send her a message, I guess she'll. What do? You write back and.
Mm-hmm.
She'll write you back and tell you how to get the book to me. I'll sign it for you. Absolutely. And I'll give you whatever picture or whatever. And then that, but I don't have, like, it's not like I have piles of books here. I, you motherfucker. And I'm selling as a heater over here. And I'm like selling, like, here, buy my book here. Here's the book. I don't have books here. The publisher has them. She has some of the training books.
Yeah, somebody wrote, people think you write a book and you get rich.
Yeah, no, it's not true. You don't write a book and get rich. It's not like that. It's like these musicians, right? Now, if you have your own book, if you publish your own book and you're pretty popular on the internet, you can use that and sell it to all your internet people and make some shot. Oh, the full money of the book goes to you. But when it's a published book, not a self-published book, but when it's a published book, that book then carries a totally different weight. I don't think you can be a bestseller either without it being a published book. You know what I mean? Even if you sold 1 million copies and it's your own fucking book, that's just from followers. That's internet bullshit. But my book's in the books. It's got 5 stars. It's a book, you could check it out. But again, it means nothing because I don't got to get pennies. And I haven't got paid. But how long has it been since I got a fucking check from them? 3 years, maybe?
I don't know, but somebody wrote.
I get pennies, bro. You have no idea.
Abdel Torres wrote, I need my book signed too, Greg. I bought it a couple years ago.
If you bought a book and you bought it a couple of years ago, I'll sign it for you. No problem. You'll get it back. Just not a problem. You can go on my website, and you email me off the website, but write attention Lucia. So because she handles that. I have no idea to do anything. I'm a fucking momo. She handles all my shit. She basically dresses me in the morning. I'm kidding. So she handles it. I have no fucking clue anything about any of that shit. Even my Instagram, guys message me on the Instagram, this, that. I don't see all that shit, okay? Like, I will if you tell her. And she'll say, oh, Greg, somebody's asking, Joe's asking, like that. So, hey, Greg, you feel better? Yes, Joe V, thank you. Yes, I do. Abdel Torres, what's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah, anytime you guys, again, you guys asking about the book, a few people are asking, you send it to me, just send, like, she'll give you the address. Lucia will give you the address, okay? And then you send it. Usually she'll ask for like a self-addressed envelope. So, you guys, it gets to you too. So you send this self-addressed stamped envelope. Is that it,
Yeah.
Lucia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'll give you the details. Lucia, why do I smell like something like candle or something burning? You smell that shit?
Turned it off.
You send it, like, write attention Lucia, and she's the one who will answer that, because I'm a fucking momo. You know what I mean? I haven't got paid from that book company in like fucking 2-3 years, right, Lou?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. They give you, it builds up and then they give you a check and then it builds up and then you get a check, but don't think because the guy's got a book out. Bro, you look at me on paper. Oh, he does TV, movies. I've done all this shit. I've been in how many TV shows I've been on? I don't even remember them all. I have to look. I have it written down. You have no idea. And then I'm a fucking broke ass. I drive a goddamn Hyundai Elantra. It's from 2008. It's got no bumper on it. And it's got almost 300,000 miles. I don't give a shit either. You give me a brand new car. I don't want. My friend has a Mustang. He's like, "You want the fucking Mustang?" I'm like, "I ain't taking a thing. It's beautiful. You guys would die. But it's this high off the fucking ground in the front, dude. That bumper won't last 2 minutes with me. I hit curbs and shit. Forget about it."
Somebody asked you, do you keep in touch with any family members in Italy?
No, I don't. I don't keep in touch. My family members that would be in Italy are all dead. You got to remember, I'm sick. My parents married late. My mother and father, okay, who they had all their family was in Italy. They would be almost 100 years old if they were still alive. My mother and my father, they're old. My father would be like 97 years old. You know what I mean? They'd be old.
So no cousins out there?
No, any cousins I have that might be in Italy now are seriously super. They're distant cousins only because the family that I had in Italy, my grandparents, all that, they've been dead long time ago. They'd be 100 and something years old. If my grandparents, they were born in Italy and everything, they'd be fucking what? 120 something years old. 130 years old.
Windward text says he drives a Toyota Echo 350,000 miles.
Wow, Winmore, you got me beat. But I'll bet you your car's in better shape than mine, though, because I'm bad, bro. You have no idea. And then me and her go junking in that shit, so we fucking killed it.
Nikki Silver says, gotta go. Love you.
All right, thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that, man. God bless you. I gotta go in 1 minute too. Greg, wait, Abdil's asking me something.
Where? Oh, Greg, can you tell us a story where you were stuck in reverse of the ramp in the highway and the chick wanted to fight you, but you crapped your pants?
Abdil wants me to tell the story. I'll tell it real fast again. That's from that. By the way, that story is Ronnie Coleman's favorite story. Ronnie Coleman loves that story. Always tells me, tell me that story again. So basically what happened was I was in the diner in New York City with Bob Bonham and a bunch of other guys, right? And it started snowing really bad. And we had to get the fuck out of there because I had to drive back up to Westchester. So I get in the car, we all leave, and we all go our separate ways. Now I'm driving on Westchester. I go over to GW, the ramp on the GW bridge. And it comes down to 87, which is the Major Deegan Parkway. A lot of people have no idea what I'm talking about, but you New Yorkers know what I'm talking about. It's in the Bronx. I'm in the Bronx now. And now it's snowing really hard, but there's a fucking accident because everybody in the Bronx, they drive like fucking idiots over there. These kids with these small cars that do. And son of a bitch, there's an accident. So now I'm stuck. And everybody, I had passed the ramp. Okay, here's the ramp here, right? And I passed the ramp on Fordham Road, right? And then when you go up the ramp, there's like a fucking what do you call it, Lucia? A side road. It's like a, what do they call that? A utility road or whatever the hell. What's that name when they have a road that runs alongside? Like the utility road or whatever the hell you call it, right? So now I'm like, everybody else is backing up in the snow and they're going back up the ramp and then they hit that fucking utility road and they just go straight down, which runs parallel. Okay. Here's 87, the Deegan, here's a fucking traffic jam. And here's that side road, the utility road. They just go straight down and then you get up on a highway down there, but you pass all that fucking shit. So they're backing up. And as they're backing up, I'm starting to back up, and so all of a sudden a shit bubble hits me. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't hold it. It's just like fucking brewing. My stomach's bubbling. It's really bad. I can't, I'm fucking like, oh my God. I had a couple sips of an energy drink like that. And fucking all of a sudden, I couldn't hold it. And it was an explosion. Lava in my fucking pants. You know what I mean? Like fucking Goulden's mustard burning my balls. You know what I mean? It was just burning. It came up fucking. It was lava, bro. It came up and was burning my nuts and everything like that. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. You know what I mean? And I'm like fucking dying. Now, at the same time, all these cars are going up and they're fucking coming around me, and there's some are going like sideways and this way. And now it's my turn. I'm at that spot and I'm trying to back up, and I got sweat dripping down my face like this, you know, and I'm fucking, you know, the shit's burning me. So I'm trying to back up like this to back up, and my car starts going sideways. Now I'm fucking totally sideways. So I'm blocking off the whole fucking ramp. But I couldn't think straight because the shit's burning my fucking balls, right? And I just shit my pants, and I'm so disappointed because I'm like, motherfucker. You know, I shit your fucking pants, and now you're sitting in that mud pie, you know? And fucking all of a sudden the car starts beeping because I'm making it so nobody else can get up that ramp. I had it blocked off. Nobody else can get there. And this other car comes shooting over, and she's trying to pass me. And I tried to move the car more, but it made it even worse. So now I blocked her. It's a woman, right? And she gets out of the car, and everybody's beeping on, you fucking asshole, move your fucking car, like that, you know? And I'm like trying to move, and you can't move and shit. And the fucking mud pie I'm sitting in is burning the shit out of me. And finally, the girl gets out of the car. She looked like Al Pacino. She was literally like a, you know, lesbian and shit. But she was like this short, like either Italian or Spanish. I couldn't even tell, but she was real short, right? And she's going, get out of the car, motherfucker. Get out of the car. Now I had my window cracked like this because, you know, I'm sitting in shit and, you know, the smell, and I need air on me because I'm dripping sweat. And she's like, get out of the fucking car. She wanted to fight me. She's like standing there with a fist. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. And I'm like, you fucking dyke. I'm like calling her names, right? You know? And I wouldn't, she goes, you know, she's telling me, get out of the car, because I was calling her dyke first. And she's going, get the fuck out of the car. And all guys are like, get out of the car, get out of the car. People screaming. And I couldn't get out of the car because I'm sitting in a mud pie and fucking shit's burning me. What am I going to do? And she's like, you fucking pussy, you pussy. And she was like, she just won. She had her hands up like this, and everybody's like praising her and beeping horn. Like at a joke. Remember Joe Biden got 14 people beeping horns at the. Anyway, so they're beeping a horn, and I'm like sitting there, and I'm like shrinking. And she's like, you pussy, you fucking pussy, afraid of a woman, you fucking pussy. And I'm just sitting there shrinking in the car because I can't do anything. When I get out, everyone's going to see I shit all over the fucking pants. It's on the front of me, the back of me. It's up on my balls and burn. Finally, the cars start moving. So she jumps in the car, pulls back, fucking taps off my bumper with her car and fucking goes straight down. And I'm sitting there, and now I'm going trying to back and forth. I want to go this way, but my car's going this way. Finally, I get it to go, and I'm driving down, and people are still beeping at me, you fucking pussy. And I'm sitting there just driving home like this with my fucking tail between my legs, so to speak. But it's because I shit my pants. She wanted to fight me because I was calling her names, right? You fucking dyke bitch. And that's when she got out of the car and started. And I couldn't do shit. I could not do anything. I had to just sit there like this and take her challenging me. She's over there almost like fucking shadow boxing with her hands. Like, get out of the car. Get out. And she must have been literally not even maybe 5 feet at the most. I think she had an ambulance jacket on. So she might have worked for the ambulance or whatever. She had like short black hair. She had a hook nose like Al Pacino. But it was a woman, you know? And I was calling her, you fucking dyke. That's what really made her insane. And then, you know, I just had to sit there like this, you know, and take her bullshit because she told me, get out of the car, you know, like challenging me with her fist. Come on, get out of the car, fight me. Come on, fight me like this. And I'm like, oh, man. That was it. Ronnie Coleman loved that story. That's my sister. My girlfriend knows. She's, you know, our first fucking, how long were we dating until we were in a car thing?
The accident? Were you?
No, we were in that fucking, we weren't in an accident. We were waiting on, you remember that we were in, yeah, where I shit my pants.
Not even a year, I don't think.
No, it was less than a year.
I know.
Anyway,
Not even.
so that happened with me, you know, even with her, you know, she was in a car, I shit my fucking, I couldn't help it. I had just eaten. I want to go to the bathroom. And if I start drinking any of this shit, I'm fine now, but I only take a sip, you know what I mean? But if I start drinking that shit works like a fucking laxative on you. Go drink a fucking, I dare you guys, go drink some fucking, you know, I call it go-go juice. The Bobani's drugs, okay, steroids, and fucking pre-workout, okay, is go-go juice. So I said, I need a little go-go juice. Go drink some go-go juice and watch. You know as well as I do that when you go to the gym, sometimes you got to shit or before you go to the gym because that stuff, caffeine, fucking makes you shit. And I shit my pants, so there's nothing I could do. God made me. I can handle beating. I can handle a lot of shit. But if I got to shit, it's a countdown. 10, 9, 8. I'm sitting there and the sweat starts dripping. But by the time I hit 2, even if it's at 2, it doesn't have to be 0. By the time I hit 2, it's too late. It's coming. It's coming. There's a freight train coming.
Alonzo Bichard sent you $2, and he wrote, "She looked like Al Pacino."
Thank you, Alonzo. Thank you. I appreciate it. She looked exactly, dude. Picture Al Pacino, but like a woman, which is really ugly. Okay, but she was lesbian. She had that short black hair like Al Pacino. She looked like what he looked like in Scarface. Same hairdo, same face. She wasn't a kid. She was an old. She was probably around my age. And she was up there fucking throwing punches in the air, like ready for me to get out of that car. First of all, I'm not going to fight a woman unless she fucking touches me. If she punched me, I'm going to knock her right the fuck out. But, I'm in a car, I got fucking shit. I get up like this to fucking forget about it. It's all wet. Everything's wet, it's not like a log of shit. It's fucking lava. You know what I mean? It's that kind of shit. Go take pre-workout and do tell me if you don't shit. Who here can take pre-workout and doesn't shit? You know what I mean? What makes you shit. Anyway.
Somebody wrote, Greg, Windward Attack wrote, Greg, if you don't want to share your home address and decide to create a P.O. box, I'm sure many of us would send you and Lucia gifts in the mail. Oh,
no, I don't. Thank you, Winmore. I appreciate that so much. I had a P.O. box for the longest time because I used to, do shit with the magazines, But, we had a P.O. box, so, but I got rid of it. How long did I have that P.O. box for? I used to run bodybuilding shows in the 80s with the NPC. So I started running with the NPC from 1985. So I had that box from 1985. I think, when did Gene close that place down? Like 2012 or something like that. So I had a P.O. box for that long.
So after we were dating?
Because, way after that. So, because we would, I would run bodybuilding shows. So I had to get applications, you know what I mean? So, but we might do some shit and get the P.O. box. Anyway, no, caffeine will get you bad. I can't see. I've close couple times. He's had close calls a couple times. Thank you. I can't see. Is it breaking BA? I can't really see too well, guys. I'm sure she's got to read it to me.
Ernesto Rodriguez, is it too late to ask the story of you and Mike Matarazzo getting added of the love show argument in your truck? What?
Who wrote that?
Ernesto Rodriguez.
Where do you see that? I don't even see him. Oh, Ernesto Rodriguez. Okay, really fast. I'm going to say this and then I have to go because me and her got a date with her on all fours. See, you heard her laugh. You heard her. Okay. Really fast. This is for Ernesto Rodriguez. Okay. Is that Warrior down there too? What's going on, my brother? Thank you, Warrior. Thank you. All right, listen, really fast. This is for Ernesto Rodriguez. Ernesto, this is for you. Mike Matarazzo and I were friends. We got along very, very well. We knew each other from Gold's Gym, from the early 90s. But you want me to tell the story about, okay, there's a few of them we have, me and him. But the one story is that we were in the car. What happened was Franco Colombo's a cocksucker. Okay, we were doing this this expo together at I think it was Lehman College. I don't remember where it was. It was here in New York though, and we had like Ronaldo Snipes there. Fucking what's his name? Bill Kazmaier. It was Bob Bonham. Everybody. We were all together. And Kevin LeBron, Matarazzo. My God. Who else was there? Please help me, God. What else? She was Miss Olympia. Oh, my God, Lucia.
Corey Everson?
No, not Corey Everson. After her. Linda Murray. Linda Murray was with us. I forgot how many. So what happened was, after the expo, right, Franco Colombo got in the limousine and told the limousine driver to go back to the hotel. Just take me back to the hotel. They all got rides. And we all got stranded. Every one of us, Kevin Levrone, all of us, we were stranded. Not me. I had a car. Okay. I had a Bronco, not a Bronco. I had a Yukon. So now we're stranded, right? And I had to take all these people with me because we wanted to go to the diner too. But we were all stuck. I think. Oh, and you know who else was there? Vince Taylor. Anyway, so now we're stuck. They're all stuck because piece of shit Franco Colombo was a really selfish motherfucker, to be honest with you. Okay, and I've had a few run-ins with Franco. This is just one of 100. Anyway, so now I'm stuck. So I got to get these Sandy Rinaldi, who's now Sandy, whatever her name is, who's the head of the IFBB, the women's division. So I have all these people I got to take with me in my Bronco. So now in the front seat, I had me, Sandy Rinaldi sitting in between me and Mike Matarazzo. And then in the back, I had Kevin Levrone, Linda Murray, my friend Lenny, who just passed away. I told the story about him too in Generation 9. And Dana Capabianco's like it's my sister to me. Okay. Godfather, her daughter and everything. Who else was back there? Was Vince Taylor in the car too? I had like Vince Taylor, all these guys, right? So we're all in the car. We're packed in my fucking car. And then there was another car. My old partner Russ, who owned the gym with me, he had like Bob Bonham and everybody else. So we're all sitting in the car, and I'm driving, and the Matarazzo starts talking about like he goes, bro, he was telling me a story. He goes, bro, I just watched Howard Stern last night, right? And he goes, he wore a rubber wig on his head, and he made believe he was like he was in a car accident. He was like in a wheelchair and he was retarded, like this. And he started going like, and me talking like that, right? So I'm listening to it. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen him do stuff like that. Yeah, it's funny. And he's like, oh, dude, it was so funny. He's like laughing, and the way he's telling me, it's like this. And he's like, oh my God, I had to see it, right? Sandy Morales just sitting there, and I go to him. You know what's even funnier? I said, I saw this show where he had this older lesbian, like fucking butch lesbian, and then he had these other 3 lesbians, right? There, and it was like the lesbian dating game that Howard Stern would sometimes have. I don't know if you've ever seen that. He had the lesbian dating game, and actually, I have it wrong. The girl was hot, but the other 3 girls, there was like 2 or 3 good-looking girls, and there was a ugly fucking dyke one, like like the one that maybe wanted to fight me when I shit my pants. And I was telling him about it, right? And then I said, oh, it was the funniest fucking thing because the girl who sits on this side and then picks the bachelorette that she wanted to date, she picks this fucking nasty older one. So when she saw the other 2 coming around, she's like, oh, wow. You're like, ooh, she's hot. And they're like hugging and kissing. The next one comes out, and here's Mary, and she comes out and she hugs and kisses. Now, for your date, are you ready to see the girl you picked, right? And they bring her out, and she sees her, and she's like, because this girl's like a lipstick lesbian. The other 2 chicks were like lipstick lesbians. This is like an ugly, fucking, nasty, fucking, like man-looking bitch, right? So now you can see this is your date, and the little man-looking bitch is all happy hugging her, and she hugs her back, and you can see she was like kind of like, could I go with like bachelorette number 2 instead? Like she was like all into the other girls, and she was kind of upset. And I said, and so I'm laughing about it, right? So Matarazzo goes to me, what's funny about that? And I thought he was joking around. And I'm like, dude, that's funny. I thought we were doing one of them fucking like in Goodfellas. Dude, that's funny. What's funny about that? And I go, dude, are you kidding me? That's fucking funny. I said it was lesbian. She picked the wrong girl. She was all upset. He goes, yeah, but he goes to me, what if your sister's a lesbian? Would you find that funny? And I looked at him, and he was serious, right? And I said to him, well, what if your brother was like fucking hit by a car and he was all retarded? I said, would you find a rubber wig funny? And he goes, you're making a different point here. I'm talking, what if your sister was fucking lesbian? I don't think it's funny about a lesbian. They can't help being lesbian. That's natural to them. And I said, well, what about some fucking body that was hitting a car and now they're like this? And I said, you think that's funny? So we were kind of arguing where I was actually like not Like I was like fucking all over the road now, and my friend Lenny jumps from the back and grabs the steering wheel because him and I were arguing like this and almost like bumping each other with Sandy Rinaldi in the middle. You know, it was like actually heated. He was getting really fucking mad at me because I'm talking to him. And, you know, meanwhile, my daughter's a lesbian, right? But I'm just saying, you know, she wasn't back then. She was a kid. But I'm saying, you know, it was really funny because he could not. I was like, dude, do you have a sister that's a lesbian? Did I touch a fucking, like, did I touch a nerve? But he was like so fucking angry about that. Like he said, I don't think that that's funny because that's her sexuality. That's not funny. And I'm like, well, it's not funny to see some guy like this that was in a car accident in LA and talking like that. And Howard Stern's wearing a rubber wig. I said, I think it's more funny. I said, those girls put themselves in that position because they're lesbian. They went on a lesbian diet. You played a risk. Or you picked the ugly girl. Sorry, you picked the dyke. You like lipstick lesbian. I said, with the guy with the rubber wig, you know, the poor bastard who's stuck in a fucking wheelchair and he's mocking that like this and shit. I don't think that that's funny. And he was fucking really pissed. We argued the whole way. We went to a diner. And they were getting in the back. Everybody was getting upset, you know, because I'm all over the fucking road because I'm arguing. I'm not looking. I'm looking at him, you know. And even he says, keep your eye on the road, you know. And Sandy Rinaldi's trying to fucking grab the wheel. But I'm getting all fucking bent because he's fucking bent, you know. Like, I don't see it that way. I think it's funny that the lesbian, like, picked the wrong girl and she wanted the other one. You know, meanwhile, you know, and she put it, but I didn't think it's funny. He's mocking somebody that got a head injury. Anyway, that was one of our fucking little thingies.
That's it, right?
So, yes, I'm going to have to go. Ernesto Rodriguez, that is for you. That one was okay for you. So, and I appreciate all you guys being here, man. Wait, let me see what Winmore has to say. He's one of my boys at Giregg. You know, over bodybuilding back in the day. They're making return today and daily. Well, thank you, Winmore. I try to like do old school shit. You know, I'm you know, those are my boys, and I want you to know that I'm friends. I was friends with Mike Monteros. He was a good guy. There was nothing bad. It's just we were animated. That's all. We're two animated guineas. He was like that too, and he just didn't think that was funny. You know what I'm saying? He was like, dude, get the fuck out of here. It's not funny. You know, like a poor lesbian girl. That's not funny. You know, she put her. It was just funny. But anyway, that was the thing. So we were friends. That had no bearing. You know, he was a great guy, to be honest with you. He was a bad dude too. And if he wanted to hang and bang, he could knock dudes out, Monterazzo. But anyway, all right, you guys. Tomorrow night, yes, I agree with you, Tony. Tony Bologna. You guys are funny with the names. Tomorrow night, Joe Zapata and I are going to be talking about some cool shit that he saw me do here. What?
Ironhead Hooligan. Buenas noches, Lucia, and he's from Texas.
Oh, Ironhead Hooligan. Yeah, he's been a long time. He's one of my boys for a long time. Thank you, my brother. Listen, all you guys, I love you guys, man. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, we're going to do Joe Zapata's channel, straight out of Jersey, Joe Zapata. It will be me and Joe Zapata, okay? And remember, Joe Zapata's like our fourth guy. With me, it's me, Lee Priest, and Jimmy the Bull, and Joe Zapata. He's one of our friends. We all go out to eat. We're all boys. I just want you to know I appreciate you guys, man, so much.
I'm going to post this YouTube link.
Yeah, all right.
And they can click on it. It's
all right,
here.
but Mono,
It's
she
right there.
hasn't shut up. Anyway, she's going to get, Lucia's about to get some Spam. She said she's hungry. I'm going to feed her some Spam. You know what Spam is, right?
Tomorrow.
Ham in a can.
Tomorrow.
You're getting my ham in your can. What?
The link is on there for Joe's channel.
Okay, the link is on there for Joe's channel.
And we're going to be there tomorrow.
She said. Thank you. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for being here, man. Have a great night, all of you guys. Thank you for being. I love you guys, okay? You know, always think good thoughts about yourself. Don't think bad thoughts, okay? All right? And again, we're going to have fun tomorrow night because Joe's going to bring up some shit, you know, that's cool. And he's been to this. He was just at my house. Joe Zapata was just here. You know, he was here with Lee Priest and everything. He's the one who filmed all me and Lee Priest doing crazy shit. And Jimmy the Bull. Jimmy the Bull's here. Jimmy the Bull loves this. Loves my house. Loves you know, it's just like Joe Zapata's girlfriend loves it. It says it's like a museum. But you'll see. We're going to do some crazy shit. All right? I love you guys. Maybe I'll show you some crazy shit tomorrow if I can actually move some stuff around. All right? I love you guys, man. Thank you for being here. I don't deserve it. You guys are the best. God bless. All right? Thank you. All right, now how the hell do I get off here? I'm so fucking bad at this. Remember, I had a flip phone up until literally like months ago, right, Lucia? I had a flip phone up until like months ago. You know, so now I finally got, I don't know how to operate that shit. She does all that stuff. She's got to do something. Right now, she's going to get on all fours. So if you hear moaning from all the way where you are, that's her. All right. Thank you, guys. I love you.